What's up? What's up? What's up? We back. We back. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's go. Another day. What's up? Let's go, y'all. Intro. What's up? What's up, Natalie? Hope everybody's good today. Back at it. Hump day. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to everybody that's tapped in, everybody catching the live. That's right. I was just talking about the other day when I said the conversation was it used to be Biggie, Nas, and Wu-Tang. And like I said, we're gonna get in all that today. You're gonna see somehow Wu-Tang was out of it and it became Jay-Z because that's how it went. If we going everything I've been talking about, we've been going into, like I said, the end of an era. The Ghostface just tying the knots together. Because I spoke about how after Biggie died, it was all about Diddy when he came with the No Way Out. But that was the same exact time when that Wu-Tang Triumph album came out, the double CD. Yeah. And I see it all now. See, Diddy knew once Biggie died, they knew Wu-Tang was going to take it over, y'all, because Wu-Tang was ready. They had all the artists. They was ready. But then somehow you're going to see how things change because their success all starts from Hot 97. For people that remember Hot 97 was first created, Wu-Tang was one of the first rappers that helped them blow up like that. Wu-Tang blew up, came out the same exact. Yeah, Hot 97 blew up off of Wu-Tang, period. That's part of their foundations. But when things started to go to another level before 2000, always called it the Jiggy era when Puff started rapping 97. And that's when you're going to see everything else faded out. And I remember back then because people that was Wu-Tang fan, people that was still for the streets of hip-hop was already mad because Biggie was putting on suits. We already saw the game was getting shiny. We wasn't with the shiny suit stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The truth is, at that time, nobody cared about Mason Cameron and them. When they was coming in, Harlem was coming in with that shiny suit stuff. Everybody else is still on New York street shit. The rest of the boroughs. The rest of the boroughs are still on their street hip-hop shit. Diddy was the pop rapper. And everybody's label, Bad Boy, was a pop record label. It started with rap. It started with hip-hop because he knew that Biggie got him the street credibility. Bad Boy had to be stamped in the streets first. But it was never all about the streets. It was about the street credibility. Yeah, y'all, we're going to get into it. Also, Beyonce gave out pocketbooks. They wanted us to know that her tour made the most money. All right, y'all. They want us to know that her tour made the most in country music ever. But everybody know the truth, y'all. All right? I don't have nothing against Beyonce. I feel sorry for the woman. All right? I just feel sorry for her. I look at her as a slave of music her whole life, and she's going to do it till forever. But what I'm trying to tell you is we're going to look at the facts today. We're going to look at the country charts. Once again, man, the magicians and the witch. Simple, y'all. Now, Beyonce tour might have did make money, even though we saw reports of it not selling tickets, but I'm going to say they did make money because they take her tickets a lot, and she had VIP. We're going to throw that out the window. We're going to say her ticket. We're going to say the Cowboy Carter tour made $400 million, whatever, like they said. We're going to say that. But this is the thing. The trick is, y'all, she just came out under country. But I know I have not heard not one song played. It's been out for over a year. I have not heard not one song of the album. I have not heard it played on the radio, nobody. But this is the whole trick. Thank you very much. This is the whole kicker right here, y'all. Beyonce tour probably did make $400 million. But the secret is, like I said, people go to see Beyonce, which means what? All fans went to see Beyonce. It wasn't just no cowboy fans. It was not just no cowboy movement. See, she dropped the album under Cowboy, but when it comes to her tours, see, with that tours that make the money, I said it before. People go to Beyonce tours just to see her. That's one thing. People go to Beyonce tours for clout. People do go to Beyonce shows because they really are her fans. But there's many reasons why people go to her shows. My point is, her show is not based on country music money. No, they did a cheat code, y'all. She didn't want to, instead of them coming out under R&B, instead of her claiming R&B, because the top of the R&B chart, the one that's killing R&B that slated already, that's The Weeknd. Slated. We get into these top streamers, top of the charts. If you want to be technical, on top of the charts in R&B, SZA is on top of Beyonce as we speak. SZA's at the top of R&B, y'all. That's the truth. So they already knew they wasn't winning R&B. So they came out under country. Drop a few country songs, put it out there as country, but still use it for the clout. It was a magic trick, y'all. We're going to get into it. We also going to get into a few other things. What up, y'all? What's up, everybody that's up? No, y'all. And don't forget, if you think first of all, let's slow it up. If you think everybody else bought that album's country, you mistaken. And no, y'all, once again, I'll tell you about this Fantasyland fake world shit. They let the fake stuff go on. Nobody in country music is listening to this. They don't believe none of it. They was not the main ones at the show. Now, you saw Beyonce concerts. Did you see people that listen to country music at them concerts when she was in Atlanta? I want you to see that. She came out under country. But you get to Atlanta, you ain't doing a whole bunch of country music. When she went to Chicago, she wasn't doing a whole bunch of country music. No. That was the front. But I also told y'all we already went into it. The facts is the facts. I'm not here to diss them. I'm tired of talking about them. Straight up. They corny. I get bored talking about them. But she's 43. Look how long they've been in the game, y'all. But it's just that they don't want to accept that it's over and they just don't want to retire. So everything they do is going to be exposed, regardless. I spoke about how the first person that crossed over into the country, not the first, but the person that did it recent was K.MICHELLE. But K.MICHELLE understood that they wasn't going to let her eat. They wasn't going to let her live in that game. She know what's up. K.MICHELLE been doing country music, and they liked her. We're going to get into it today. They stole K.MICHELLE whole shit. We're going to talk about it today, man. All right? We're going to talk about DIDDY, Blackball, WU-TANG. So when I spoke about these things, like, yo, family, I'm not playing with y'all. It's New York behind it all. So I'm going to get into it today, man. Not the people of New York City, y'all. You people got to understand that, man. The people of the city, that's the family, man. This bigger than that. No, man. The people got used for a lot. I'm going to go into today how when I said that the way New York rap game was set up, it was set up where nobody was going to make it. And I said that when they were done with it, they shut it down and went to Atlanta. And they said that nobody else from New York was going to ever make it that big. Big as Jay-Z and Diddy. And we know 50 Cent really slipped through the cracks. That's really what happened. Nicki really slipped through the cracks. Because they didn't stick to the New York formula. Then you will see everybody else that stuck to that New York stuff. They either ended up broke, their careers were over, they were ruined, right? And that's how it ends up. Key thing, the main people that left, even when MF Doom, he been rapping since the 90s, Third Base, Gas Face. Even when he went to London, he became an icon. Because you got to leave New York, y'all, in that game. You got to. People didn't never know that. You got to leave. It don't matter where you go at. You be all right. But when you stay in there with them, you just look what happened to everybody that stayed in New York and try to be a New York celebrity or a star. All right? You see how long Papoose been rapping in New York? Where Papoose at? Where Remy at? All right, so giving y'all the background. It was always control, y'all. When I say everybody's under Diddy, it was always control. So we get to go into it again. Ghostface is telling the truth about how Diddy, paid to keep them off the radio. But you already had the proof and the clues from who? Wendy Williams. Hot 97, you might as well say, I'm looking at it deeper than what it is, y'all. Family, we know it was already WBLS and Kiss FM. Out of nowhere come Hot 97. I'm going to say Hot 97 was the radio station designed to do everything it did. I'm going to say it was created to push the whole shit. Hot 97 was created to destroy hip-hop in the end. It was presented to us as it was the friend of hip-hop. No, the plan was, I see it clear now, Hot 97 job was to destroy Kiss FM and WBLS, the real New York radio stations. The real stations that really play rap, where rap was born on those stations. Hip-hop was born on WBLS, Kiss FM. What are you talking about? Hot 97 was the engine to destroy them, y'all. All the pop agendas, everything was pushed through Hot 97. How we know that? Funkmaster Flex started on that station, his ass still on there. How the hell is Funkmaster Flex still on Hot 97 for when I was a goddamn teenager, y'all? That man was on there before I was old enough to buy a pack of cigarettes. These are facts. It's all exposed now, y'all. They controlled the game from front to back to now, y'all. They behind it all. I'm saying this because I know how many people from the city wanted to be rappers, could rap, had talent, worked their ass off, all that studio time, all that money time, all that shit. Meanwhile, you was never going to make it unless you went through them. That was it. But if people would have knew this 20 years ago, see? And Ghostface talking about RZA just told him about this shit. Man, let's go. No, when I say we got robbed, everything, we got robbed. Told you, man. That's why I tell you, it's a reason why I don't like them. They manipulated the fuck out of every single thing. Then when it's all said and done, we don't even got the music no more because they killed it. They killed it back in 2005 or some shit. Yes, it's dumb. It's that fool Diddy and Jay-Z, man. He used Jay-Z to be the pawn. He used Jay-Z to pull all the strings. Yes. Then you're going to see Jay-Z, he ended up, he was in that Def Jam seat. It was still some hip-hop there. Method Man and Redman. DMX. Had to get them out of there. Mess with their budget. Don't put them out there don't push them. New York had literally stopped pushing hip-hop, y'all, 20 years ago. Told you, man, people been in fantasy land, man. The only thing that kept things going is the mixtapes. People don't want to just get it through their head. We was living off mixtapes for damn near 20 years. It was the mixtapes and songs on this goddamn internet. Other than that, as far as New York rapping success, family, that's not been since the early 90s. We look at Pop Smoke and all that. That was a little run. That was runs. That was other things. We talking about major contracts, 5 album deals, stuff like that. Now, y'all, we there now. Let's go top of the top. All right, let's go. Beyonce dancer reacts to Louis Vuitton gifts with 5-word celebration. So according to the tour was success. So magically, it is announced that this tour made all this money, and in the process, she gives out pocketbooks. But like I say, y'all, I'm tired of talking about them because my whole thing with them is this: they're not even important no more. And I don't be trying to sound like I'm a hater because nobody's that important for me to hate on them. But I just got to keep it real because they won't stop, y'all. So it's like this. They also doing this because of Taylor Swift. Now, like I said, people on this channel, and it's mighty funny what I was talking about on Monday, right? Then all of a sudden, Beyonce wanted us to know that this tour was so successful, even though it was already over at the end of June. She wanted us to know how successful it was. And uses, once again, a publicity stunt because I told you they make news on themselves. Simple. Yo, let's give out some bags. We could use that good press. And then also promote Beyonce. Let's go. I'm going to prove everything I say. Some dancers shared their excitement on social media with some doing unboxing videos and expressing their gratitude for their boss' generous gift. For their boss's generous gift. She had 29 dancers She gave all of them Louis Vuitton purses, pocketbooks. I don't know. It could have been a goddamn the change purse. I don't know, y'all. But it's just weird to me, y'all. Why did they want us to know that she gave them pocketbooks? It's really embarrassing for real. This shit is no different from real life, y'all. I look at it like real life. I give you something and then I tell everybody what I gave you. That's what they just did. That's all they doing. So was it for real or was it for publicity? They gave them pocketbooks and then announced it. What's up? What's up, Laura? So it's also what I told y'all, that you see them trying to cater to another part of America. When I said that, their time is up and they don't want to be with the BET shit no more. They know it's over. And I've been showing you for almost 2 years now how they have been trying to pander and cater to everybody else because they don't want to be in that department no more, y'all. So you see the gimmicks, right? I'm not here to talk about this shit every day. That's why I say when they go away, it'll be easier. But when I keep telling you, they don't want nothing to do with black people no more. All they're worried about is white America turning their back on them, which they already did. So I'm telling you, they're fucking delusional because people are done with them, y'all. They are. It is nothing I'm going to do about it. Nobody. But I'm going to tell you the truth. So you see it for yourself, then you'll see how desperate they look. Yes. They gave away pocketbooks and bragging about it. They all weird. They weird, y'all. They just weird now, all right? Because I did not hear no Cowboy Carter, nothing. I know music. When this woman had hits, you're going to hear them. You're going to hear them. Somebody going to be playing it somewhere. I told you when Lil Nas X dropped that song, I heard that shit playing everywhere with him and Billy Ray Cyrus. I heard it everywhere because that's a hit. You're not going to duck a hit, y'all. I have not heard not one song on Cowboy Carter, not one. Not one. Not one, y'all. So what's going on? What is this about? What is it about? That's all I'm saying. And like I said, exactly. They brag about charity. You see what I'm saying? That's what makes it so corny. That's why it's so corny. What's up, QB? What's up, Sandra? What's up, Matt? That's what makes it so corny. They don't, because they look, man, they don't have no love for nobody. It's all about them. That's why they're gonna die in this game. They finished already. And that's why they also what? Look, at this point, y'all, all they are doing is preying on the new generation. They know everybody of a certain age that been around know they shit. They're only doing this to the new generation, y'all. All of these celebrities that we know, only thing they are doing, y'all, is rebranding. That's why I said they're all on TikTok. This is also why they work online. They know the kids are online, y'all. They know the future is all they have left to sustain. If they can get the future to buy into their bullshit, that's how they'll sustain a little bit. That's all it's about. That's why I told you why they keep going to HBCUs, colleges. They know people, everybody else is done with them, 50s, 40s, 30s. They know this. Even 20s. People into other stuff. No, y'all. This is all about their image, man. This is, like I say, this is all still about them trying to get away from the diddler, y'all. It's all it is. It's not going to work, family. They got too much dirt on them. They got too much slander. I keep telling, I don't know why I got to keep talking about this, y'all. I'm talking to them. Also, I'm willing to bet my life. Like I said, they got people online monitoring all day. All right. Somehow, every time I say some shit, some other stuff happens. Like I said, I was just talking about them Monday with them and their influence. Here they go again, trying to keep their influence. That's all this is, y'all. This is only to keep influence. This is only for public opinion. They know how to do this shit. Tell them in the news all week that Taylor Travis shit blowing up. No, we got to get in them headlines. Why? Y'all don't get it. This shit, I love watching this media shit. Check it out, y'all. Let me show you how the media work, how the media games work. She been working her ass off the whole summer. She got a lot of bad news. Okay, let's throw away the bad news. She did a lot of tours the whole summer. Did it make a lot of noise? Okay, let's stop. Taylor Swift gets on her boyfriend podcast one day. The whole nation talking about it. I'm talking about, I listen to other shit and they be talking about it. That's how simple. Taylor Swift know how to do nothing. That's what I tell you. The real superstars don't have to make no news. They don't have to play online games, none of that shit. Oh, the real superstars, y'all, all they got to do is talk. Viral. All they got to do is show their face. Viral. Told you, man. This is why I'm showing you they're exposed. As I'm showing you Beyonce to your face, pandering and catering, trying to be whites. Period. That black stuff ain't cool. We went into the whole black power shit. I told you all this goes back to 2016. That's an important year. Remember that year? We about to go back to 2016. So remember this. They lost their black card 2016. They lost their card again this election. The whole everybody's done with them, y'all. But this was to keep them relevant. After what? After they lost their Adidas deal, after they lost their Malibu home. That's all this shit was for, to distract from their losses. It didn't give them no gains. It was just to keep some type of good publicity. That is it, y'all. All right? It's either that or this. It's only one thing we spoke about. I'm starting to think they really need this money. And I'm starting to really think that a lot of those numbers were fake and fabricated, y'all. I'm sorry. I have never seen people who are billionaires act like them. Then the fact that they gave them gifts. We're going to talk about that. Then we also know what? When she did Netflix, she went and got HBCU college kids to perform with her at that event. And I don't think she paid them nothing. All right? So like I say, man, I don't know what's up with them, but they exposed, y'all. Some dancers shared their excitement on social media, with some doing unboxing videos and expressing their gratitude for their boss's generous gift. All right. All 29 of the pop superstars. What would you have won, guys? Would you have won a pocketbook or the money? Bro, if you was a man, they might have got you a Louis book bag. What you want? The pocketbook or the money? Which one? See that? Give me the money. Let me buy what I want. Yeah, we're going to look at these pocketbooks, y'all. Well, we're going to look at what the pocketbook stuff is about. They're exposing themselves, y'all, and they're not going to stop because they see now. All 29 of the pop star dancers received custom gray Louis Vuitton bags. Louis Vuitton Horizon 55 monogram Eclipse rollable carry-ons. The designer digs are worth $3,500 each, bringing the total to a combined retail value of over $100,000. Wow. The suitcases each come with an engraved name tag with their initials and a letter from Parkwood Entertainment and Beyonce herself. All right, so what would you want? The $3,500 or the $3,500 bag? They had it calculated too. It seems a little retail value over $100,000. They're billionaires though, right? See what I'm saying? I just want y'all to see this shit. When I keep saying they didn't do nothing for nobody, y'all. They didn't build nothing for nobody. They didn't do nothing, y'all. When I keep telling these people, man, hopefully you get it to your head. Some of y'all have been working for Beyonce and did way more work than them dancers. Somehow you still didn't get nothing. Nope. And somehow she's from Texas. And they still didn't do nothing, y'all. Nothing. You see how we talking about Umar with that school? You can do a lot for a school with $100,000. That's a lot of laptops, ain't it, y'all? That's a lot of stuff, right? That's laptops and a teacher's salary, part-time. No, y'all, we not playing around. No, I'm going to show you how much of a joke they are. Now that the black stuff is over with. Yeah. Now that the black stuff is over with, you're going to see something, y'all. You're going to see something real clear. All right? See that? No, it's not a mistake. She made sure she kept that blonde wig on the whole tour. Blonde wigs, platinum blonde wigs. No. They say the number one thing is, man, she's been pandering to white men. That's what it's really been, because no white woman don't care no fucks about her. Nope. So, as you see, and don't forget, y'all, I'm going to say her husband is behind all of it. That's what I'm going to say. One dancer uploaded nearly 4-minute unboxing video as he opened the bright orange packaging to reveal the luxury luggage. As he revealed. So this ain't the only person. It was a man did a 4-minute video. Get it? All right, y'all. Why did they want us to know that they did this? So it's very simple. I'm gonna give you something, then I'm gonna tell everybody what I gave you. No matter of fact, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna buy you some shit. Then I'm gonna wait till you wear it. Then I'm gonna tell everybody, you know, I bought that, right? Yeah, I'm gonna bought that. I gave it to him. That's them, y'all. They still think it's the era of controlling social media, y'all. They don't know we're in the era of truth now, meaning everything is revealed regardless. When I tell y'all we're in the era of truth, things are so real right now. If you try to lie, it's just not gonna work. That's how real shit is. Nope, it's not gonna work. The suitcases each came with an engraved name tag with their initials and a letter from Parkwood Entertainment and Beyonce herself. 29 pocketbooks, whatever you want to call it. All right, y'all, I'm getting bored, so I'm about to cut to the chase. I'm about to cut the bullshit. All right, Louis Vuitton, they gave away 29 Louis Vuitton bags to their dancers. All right. Okay, I wonder, you might as well told us what was their salary. How much did you pay their ass? No, I know how they do. The way they wear work, no, you should be happy you're working with Beyonce. It's on your resume. You're going to get what we give your ass. That's right. That's what they, if she gave them a $500 a show, what they going to say? Nothing. Meanwhile, how much they were charging? So that's why I say, let's do the math, y'all. Meanwhile, they was charging $650 for VIP. Did they use the VIP money to buy the pocketbooks? No. I'm going to tell you where they got the pocketbooks from. Some of y'all should know. Well, to make it real simple, they got them pocketbooks on a deal. I'm going to say they might have got them for free. From who? They homeboy, that's who? Pharrell. Huh? Did you forget Pharrell works for Louis Vuitton? Somehow that man named Virgil kicked the bucket. He was gone. Next thing you know, Pharrell over there. No. As far as I know, he got them for free. Do you think Pharrell is going to charge Jay-Z $3,500? Hell no. Nope. Told you all they are sorry. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Once I heard he got a Louis Vuitton, I said, oh, well, there they go. Got the shit straight from Pharrell on the hookup. Told y'all, are they really billionaires? I told you, man, we're in the time of proof now, y'all. No more fairy tales. If you believe in fairy tales, you're a big-ass kid. We need proof on everything. I don't see billionaire, y'all. All I see is shenanigans. Family, what happened to his $3 million chain that got stolen? What happened to the update? What happened to the laptop that got stolen? Where's the update at, y'all? Where the fuck is the update? Come on, y'all. Where the update at? They said the shit got stolen. Come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on. Come on, y'all. This shit is getting bad. What happened to Jay-Z's $3 million chain that got stolen? He's not getting off the hook on this one. I want y'all to witness this fake shit for yourself. Then understand it's been going on for over 15 years. I always count it back to as long as Facebook been out. Yeah. All right. So are you starting to get this shit that this nigga's a con artist? Are you starting to get that he's a straight magician that worked a lot of magic on people's ass? I told you they thought that black people were going to be stupid forever. That's the only part that pisses me off. Why? Because I'm like this. If I could tell him, I would tell him straight to his face. Bro, whatever y'all be trying to do, that shit from before, it don't work. All right? People not buying that shit, bro. Y'all don't know this internet, man. You can't lie on this shit. You cannot lie on here no more. Y'all been around for over 30 years, which means y'all got a pattern. Y'all patterns have been exposed. People have snitched on y'all, told on y'all. Everybody knows how y'all work behind the scenes. Everybody knows y'all own every fucking thing in media. Everybody knows y'all control the whole black entertainment. Everybody knows this. And if you don't control it, people not going to go against you, period. And when they don't agree with you, they're going to still smile. We know this. I'm saying this part. Jay-Z, why y'all don't want to let this shit go? Why y'all don't show me pictures of y'all flossing? I want y'all to floss on me on exotic islands and take trips with y'all kids on yachts. But y'all don't want to do that. Y'all do not want to just leave the game alone. Then y'all would have really been respected as king and queen because y'all bowed out gracefully. Y'all just sit on the throne and watch the game. No, y'all want to still participate. So my whole thing is this. I look at them like this, y'all. Everybody had to be ruined for them to still be around, y'all. That's how I fucking look at them. We're going to look at it again today with K.MICHELLE. Everybody, it's like this. Everybody had to be gone so they still could be around. That's my whole point. Now he's the last one left. What do we got? This is my point. He don't know. He started to look like he the one that took everybody out and then want to tell us he dropping an album. That's what I'm telling you. They're exposed. If everybody was still around, he wouldn't be exposed. If he would have had about 3 other rappers he made big, he wouldn't be exposed. See, my whole thing with all of them, it's not about them rapping, y'all. My whole perspective is they want to still rap because they want to rap and shine for themselves. That's my whole point. From fatjoe, but all of them. If they had young people they brought on, if I was able to say, yo, Busta did bring him out. Say if I said the Weeknd, yeah, Busta did bring the Weeknd out. Or we said, yeah, Jay-Z did bring Drake out. If they did certain shit, then they could keep rapping. But they didn't do that. They did reverse. They tried to stop people's career so they can keep rapping. That's why I don't respect them, y'all. And I know they kill hip-hop. Why? Anybody was a threat to that mic? Anybody was a threat because the mic controls the people, y'all. That's why y'all don't get it. The mic is the magic wand. Anybody that he felt had power to control that mic, they had to go. Because there was a threat to him, his career as a rapper. Even though he was the executive man. Jay-Z, I thought you was an executive. Guess what, Jay-Z? You were exposed again, bro. If you was an executive, you didn't have no competition in being an executive. Nobody stepped in your lane. So what happened to your executive shit? Why you rapping again? Huh? Why the fuck are you rapping again, Jay-Z? And Jay-Z, why the fuck y'all didn't address why y'all lost to DIDDY? I'm not letting that shit go. Because when they lost a $200 million deal, that was them losing $200 million I know they needed. And to me, it looked like they've been trying to make all that shit back. Because they took a total loss of $400 million. What's that? $200 million from Adidas. Then they buy a house, $200 million, burnt down. Now they telling me they made $400 million on tour. Sound like $400 million to me that was lost. You take $200 million, Adidas, $200 million house, $400 million. They say this tour made what? $400 million. Jay-Z, if you was an executive, you had no competition. No, you fucking exposed. You was an executive that didn't produce no talent. Where your fucking artists at? You were an executive that didn't create nothing. No, y'all. He was just a rapper endorsing shit. I'm going to prove it today through K.MICHELLE. It's just that Jay-Z portrays a bigger persona. He's a fucking entertainer like the rest of them, y'all. And I told you already. The truth is, to this day, Kendrick and SZA in reality is over Jay-Z and Beyonce. Those are facts. All right. When I said that SZA and Kendrick are the last form of black entertainment, period. They are the face of black entertainment, period. And they're at the top of the charts. That's what it is. They over them. See, they knew that. Beyonce, they not stupid, y'all. She knew if she came out under R&B, that meant SZA would have been over her eventually. Period. She knew that already. They know that the young crowd got way more favorites. That girl, Mariah the Scientist, Young Thug girlfriend, they feeling her right now. Yeah, she knew this, y'all. She been knew she lost her influence. When I say that Megan was over her, she knew that the young crowd was, they like Glorilla more than her. They like Megan Thee Stallion more than her. It's the truth. Sexy Red. It's the truth. Latto. It's the truth. She knows this. So stay away from that hip-hop R&B shit. You're going to get embarrassed. Slide over to country music. Make it look like you're doing something different. Then make it look like you're so talented you could just take over other genres. And really, you're doing shit with no competition. And on top of that, the people in the other genre of country, they know you a fraud. And they don't respect you. Period. This whole gimmick was for you know who. Because this wasn't a Cowboy Carter tour. It was a Beyonce tour, y'all. That's really what it was. So when Beyonce go on tour, people are going to pull up. Damn right they're going to pull up for many reasons. And a lot of it is just to see her. Like I said, once it got into celebrity worship, cult worship, People go just to see the celebrity. They don't listen. They pull their phone out, y'all. We're gonna look at all that. Why? Because I get to prove what I said. They pulled the stunt at Vegas. They pranked the fuck out of the fans. They had a fake Justin Bieber come out, and the fans went for it. Yes, I told you fans are idiots, y'all. Yes, they've been doing all type of experiments. So let's go. See that? The bags come from Louis Vuitton. They want us to know they were $3,500 a bag. But do we really think Jay-Z paid $3,500 for each bag from Pharrell? When all Pharrell got to do is go into the back of the office, the back of the warehouse, and go get a whole bunch of the Louis luggage for this year, because next year shit about to come out. Stop it. I know how the shit work, guys. The fall edition for 2026 is already out. Doesn't even matter. You know damn well Jay-Z got a hookup. So let's stop it. Meanwhile, let me show you Pharrell stealing Future whole swag. Look at Pharrell cloning Future, y'all. Told you they all fucking clones. We about to look at how Beyonce and Jay-Z cloned the hell out of K.MICHELLE. Everything will be proven around here. Facts. No hate. My whole thing is revealing that your whole world was fake. That's it. If it hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, man. All right? That's all this is about. Everything I'm talking about is about exposing everything that was fake. I didn't come out to expose them. I've been doing this for a couple years, but I'm now going to tell you everything they do that's fake. Why? Because their careers are over with. I'm not stopping their money. I'm not stopping their shine. They already stopped. They already finished. No. Anything, I'm kicking them in the neck. That's about it. See Pharrell trying to be like Future? Stole Future whole shit, y'all. See? That whole all them are clones, y'all. That's all they are. You act like Diddy wasn't walking around trying to look like Gucci Man. The whole time Diddy was with Young Miami. You gonna tell me Diddy wasn't trying to be Gucci Man and Keisha Kior? Stop it, y'all. Told you, man. This is Pharrell trying to be Future. Stole the man whole shit. Sad, y'all. This who they are now, y'all. Check this throwback out. What I say. That's why when I said I feel sorry for Beyonce, you know the truth is, man, she's a slave of the industry, y'all. So like I say, man, the truth is she's an entertainer, man. I'm not going to knock her for being an entertainer. It's just that it's sad because they don't want to let it go. And they'll just do whatever to keep it going. Who's that in the other picture, y'all? Who's that in the other picture? Come on, y'all. Come on, fans. Who's there in the other picture? Yeah, y'all. Hold up. The young crowd do not follow Beyonce. I have a 17-year-old here, and she does not. Exactly. That's why I say they trying to pander to the young crowd, but that shit ain't working. It's not working. Thank you, Tiana Taylor. Y'all see it, right? That's Tiana Taylor. See that? A nobody. Told you they make you somebody. See Tiana Taylor before the surgeries and all this shit? When I tell you they get them when they're young, shape or mold them. Yes, y'all, damn near everybody you see has been shaped and molded from when they was young. Now, you got proof on Beyonce because you know about Star Search, but you didn't look at all of them like that. All of them, mostly, every single last one of them with a name. They get in this shit young. They just slip them in the other way, like Sugeknight. She been around. Get it? But she's one of the industry whores. But she could be an industry whore they were playing with when she was young, y'all. That's how it works. That's why these are all the secrets of the industry, y'all. The secrets of the industry, the powers that be, and everybody else know that the rap department and the other department, they specialize at grooming youngsters. Keyword I keep telling y'all is HBCU. When you forget that, it's many different ages that start at college. And everybody at those colleges are taught to worship Black successful people. HBCUs are taught to worship successful Black people. No other colleges taught that. They're taught that. So they put in their heart and soul that they have to support certain Black celebrities no matter what. And they attach themselves to celebrities when they're in college. And they actually think and believe they have to support them and stand for them. But they don't know that these celebrities are going to always use them. That's how it works, y'all. All right? Even when it comes to filling up seats. If the concert lacking, they call it HBCU, give out free tickets so they pull up. That's how it works, y'all. They use them for a lot of shit. That's Tiana Taylor, y'all. See that? A nobody. I never was into worshiping people, so that's why I'm just letting y'all know how your reality just was a joke. All right? Beyonce brought out Destiny Child and Jay-Z. Why? The tour was flopping. She don't know. We covered the tour the whole time. We got all the real news in real time. Huh? When the she was at her hometown, almost fell out the sky. She was in California, the robot threw drinks on her. They say one show they had to move the crowd to one section because it looked so empty. We heard about all this shit. We saw it in real time. We looked at people selling the tickets. Why the show? Selling the tickets, y'all. I got 3 Beyonce tickets. Who does that? No, they were selling her tickets. Like, I don't want, like they had them, but they was like, I don't want to go. No, y'all. All right, so let's go. So when they started getting bad news, and if the tour was flopping, when they went to Black Atlanta, then Jay-Z came out. And when at the end, then Destiny Child came out. Why? Destiny Child, you're not gonna get no shine off this tour. Hell no. No. Michelle, Kelly, y'all not gonna be on this tour enough to rebrand yourself so people love y'all more than me, and then y'all start winning, coming back out. No. It's gonna be portrayed on this shit. I'm the queen, and y'all gonna always be my sidekick. Destiny Child, Michelle, y'all gonna always be the sidekick. That's why y'all don't move unless they say so. They loyal to the crown. No, y'all. That's why I say, when I look at her different, if it took you this, if this make you feel better, Beyonce, just go ahead, man. If this make y'all feel better, and y'all want everybody to praise y'all, and you want to stay at the top, just go ahead. It's just sad because we know the truth. You've been doing this shit since a child, and you still are not comfortable. You still working. You got a family, and you're worried about media and public opinion because the only thing about this whole shit what people don't get, it is said that Diddy is responsible for her success. Period. That's the whole key to her and Jay-Z, y'all. I got it clear. Others know. Diddy said out his own mouth why he favored Jay-Z, y'all. Doing homework. It's all figured out. I know Diddy is behind their career. Meaning, when they were in the trash, this gimmick of Jay-Z, Beyonce, that's goddamn Diddy fingerprints. They know that. That's why ever since this Diddy shit, they've been trying to get away from Diddy. And you're going to see it has not been so successful. Why? Because, y'all, SZA and Kendrick, they're better than them. They're better than her. So let's go. So she gave out bags, 29 bags. Pharrell works for Pharrell is, get it? Pharrell is Louis Vuitton, y'all. So come on now. That's where the bags come from. So now y'all starting to see something, right? So let's look at the facts. Beyonce brought out Destiny Child, Jay-Z, and Shabuzi for surprise performance during the final show of the 32-stop international tour. She had 32 stops, 32 dates, y'all. When I tell you she had to work her ass off, 32 nights of singing and dancing. Right, that's it. And don't forget, in between those 32 shows, that's a lot of traveling and a lot of hotel stays. And that's when it was hot as hell. The show generated over $400 million in revenue after selling 1.6 million tickets, making her the first woman. Now, as far as I know, you and your husband bought the tickets and gave them away. I don't believe shit. The first woman and American artist to have tours surpass 400 million in earning, on top of being the highest grossing country music of all time. Now, this is what I'm trying. Now I'm showing you the tricks. Her news is all about the ticket sales, how successful the tour was. Her tour success is based on money. That's the report, not the music, the money. But the truth is, it was not a cowboy tour. It was a Beyonce tour. Get it? Meaning, people went to see her, but it had nothing to do with the goddamn cowboycarter shit. They went because they're going to see Beyonce. And she's going to perform all her songs. That's why I say it was a trick. The country music was for to get back in the light. The country music was to take out of the black department for many reasons. Don't want to be in the black department because BET is crashing. Don't want to be in the black department because she know everybody in the black department know about their shit. The black department is Diddy beginnings. So I already showed you her getting away from that black stuff. She went to country music. Told you that 2023. But the tour had nothing to do with just the country music. She might have did that for the opener or the closer. I don't know. But I know she did all her other music because people know if you like Beyonce and you got a chance to go see her, you're not looking at it like I'm going to see the Cowboy Carter tour. You're going to see Beyonce. And people will pay what? $500, $400, $350. So also, when they tell me how much the concert made, I also know they what? Overcharge for tickets. Very simple. All right? Like I said, they telling us news, but it's based on money, y'all. News based on money. Yes, it did gross. It did gross over 400 million, allegedly, but has nothing to do with country music. We are now about to look at the country charts to see who's really winning in country music. Whoever's winning in country music, that's who the real country music fans support. Simple. All right? So like I say, we in a time of facts. So I said, like I say, I don't know if they actually thought people was that stupid. I don't know if they thought I drunk their liquor. If they just thought I just get high all day. Maybe they just think we still dumb, y'all. And we just don't know shit. Because all these games they playing on the internet could be fact checked. Let's go. Country top 40. The 40 biggest country hits this week. Also, when I went and checked the trends, she is not trending at all. Let's go. All right. Now, you know, I don't know none of these people, but you're looking at the top of the charts for country music, y'all. Beyonce is not on it at all. I just tell you this, she's not in the top 40 at all. So is that country music tour really successful? Or I'll say this, is it successful over country music or is it successful just because she's Beyonce? No, I'm telling you, when y'all kept talking about culture vultures, guess who are the biggest culture vultures? I'm going to prove it today. They're straight thieves. See that? Darling, Somewhere, all these different songs, right? Chase, Lane, Parker. Look, no Beyonce, y'all. Top 40. Chris Jansen, Megan Morani, Tim McGray. Shit like that, see? Not in the charts, y'all, at all. Not in the top 40, y'all. I did my homework, guys. I don't play with this shit. Not in the top 40. So now I want you to keep seeing. It's only one world for other people, y'all. When I tell you this shit was a plot, y'all, where they control this big-ass world, right? They were given the keys to this fake-ass shit. They were given the keys to this world that they was going to be the king and queen over. And they were told that they can lie, do whatever. It doesn't matter. And that's all they've been doing. So my job, what I've been doing is trying to tell y'all, family, you keep following them, you're going off the cliff. You are so far away from reality. They made it where it will be a time in your life you will not be able to function because you will be so far behind with lies, fairy tales, and fantasy, which will be the proof that you believe anything. And now we in a time of fact checking and proof. That's what makes you look like the most idiot. See, before we didn't have a way to check shit. Before we read one book, we go to another book of lies. Now, no, y'all, you got common sense and you got this right here. That's why when you look stupid now, y'all, you really look stupid to the point where you're less of a human. All right. So no, not on the top charts of country music at all. At all. So what is this about? Now let's speed it up. How many of y'all been buying the liquor? All right, because I'm not letting this go. I'm not going to forget. They brought the whiskey out as a front. She also brought out makeup. Lotion, face lotion for women, $60. Anybody buy it? No, they were doing shit for what? Trends. Beyonce drops a new liquor. Beyonce drops it. This all the stuff they got to do. But I'm telling you, y'all, this shit is sad now. It's sad. It's sad. Your career should just be based on your music.
You should be able to enjoy your life, go hide out. Then when you're ready to come out, do your music, and that's it. But see, you know you're not on that level no more. The real superstars could take off, have fun, get low for a while. And then when they come back out, they still going to be big. Ask Lady Gaga. All right? Ask Taylor Swift. It's a lot of them. You got to ask the big ones know this. They actually are so big, they work so hard, they actually could take off for a while and come back. Like Rihanna can come back out right now. It's just what it is. So why Beyonce don't do that? Why, I'm going to say it again. Why Rihanna didn't make music in over 9 years and been chilling and still get shine and clout? Y'all told you at this point they're sad now. Y'all not getting it. This woman just did 32 states, cities. This man make her work. But then again, y'all, she's supposed to just had all those kids. What woman do you know in real life has 3 kids and work and pay all the bills and do all the work? That's her. All right? Don't forget she take care of mama too, right? Been taking care of mama whole career too, right? Okay then. She been taking care of a lot of people whole career, y'all. That's the sad part. No, I'm trying to tell you that's the sad part. The sad part is Jay-Z rode her wave for 20 years. Her mother rode her wave. Everybody rides her wave. And she does all the work. And everybody else get all the clout and credit. That's the sad part. But see, that's also part of her failure. Listening to everybody. You know damn well Tina tell her how to dress. All right? You know damn well Tina tell her what's cool. Y'all know Tina's her what? Stylish. All right? But that's when she was a good girl, just wanted to be good. They turned her into what she is, y'all. Jay-Z did that. She probably never even wanted to be at the top like that. That was him. I got the hottest chicken. Get it? That was his gimmick, y'all. Without that chick, you ask yourself, where would he have been to this day? Without his female, without all his games, where would he be at? You can't see all the shit he had to do just to be where he at and still got to do it. No. And don't forget, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. That's the beautiful part I love about this whole shit, because I know it's not over yet. That's right. Now let's expose them, y'all. Nope, they're exposing themselves. So, anybody buy this liquor? When I said that, all they've been doing is trying to sell y'all liquor. Even though it was rumors that New York and other places got conquered by alcohol, they still sell alcohol. Like I said, why they didn't sell you nothing healthy at all? Okay, you might have sold liquor. Why you didn't sell a fresh squeezed lemonade too? Why you didn't make up a vitamin water? Why the hell did y'all just try to sell us liquor forever? That's okay. But we also know now that so many new clinics and dialysis companies have been started since all this liquor has been promoted. Yes, we also in a generation where we are in a time where the most people now, this era, will have sicknesses from all this alcohol abuse. Because this generation has drunk more alcohol than any other generation in history. Yes. Because this generation lived through this shit called an era and fad of liquor, alcohol. Back in the day, y'all, they just got drunk as fuck on the weekends. This era, people are getting drunk every day. Yes. Now let's get into it to show you how when you work for Beyonce, you work for her and the brand. Let me show you how the Beehive work. You're going to push that liquor. Huh? Also, what am I showing you? How they understood how to turn content creators into slaves. They knew you was going to chase content and you was going to cover their products. All these companies knew this. It's always a plot. That's why I say y'all the most idiots of all idiots. When these companies understood that y'all were promoting brands for free, they understood that they did not have to spend money on commercials no more. They were able to keep their marketing promotional dollars, and they let you promote it on your social media platform. It goes back to patty pies. When they understood that they can pocket all that money for promotion. We don't need money for billboards, radio ads, TV commercials. No. We can just pay people on a low level to do it on their channel. And we also will have fads of people doing the shit. So that's why I kept telling y'all, every fad and gimmick online, especially with that cooking shit. Oh my God. With all that cooking shit, guess what they did? With covering all that cooking stuff, y'all, what they was doing was making all the products in the supermarket go up on the shelf. So when you started complaining about products in the supermarket being sky high, it's because of all those people online kept pushing these brands. You're going to see a lot of stuff that start going up. So everybody started filming their products in the kitchen. You were giving these companies free promotion. I don't care if it was Hellman's mayonnaise. Y'all were promoting oxtail. Oxtails went up from $15 a tail to $45 a tail. Chicken wings, as I was taught, was the poorest part of the chicken back in the day. Told you I know real history. Shit my moms and them told me when they were young. Our chicken, the most cheapest part was the wings. But in this era, everybody kept putting their wings online. Super Bowl party, wings this, wings that, wings this. Now wings are the most expensive part of the chicken. How is that? When it's the scrappiest part for real. No, y'all. They also did a game called what? Everything they buy with food stamps, we're going to jack that shit up on purpose. Oh, what else we just got? We just got a report that Walmart said a lot of their shrimps are tainted. Yep. But I already spoke about how most of the food in Walmart was not right. Meaning, a lot of that food in Walmart was altered. So what happened? The past 10 years, since Facebook and Instagram been out, a lot of your family members and people been shopping at Walmart. Not just that. We have a generation that was raised on Walmart food. People been raised on Walmart food 10 years straight. Told you, man. When I said it's a different human being, because they've been eating different food, dealing with different things, thoughts, and opinions. Anybody that know about animals, especially my dog lovers, y'all know it's many different type of dogs. But it's ways you can feed your dog to make your dog be exactly what you want it to be. People never understood. They mastered this shit 1,000 years ago. How you can train a human to be just like an animal, and you can make them eat out the palm of your hand like an animal. But the key is, you must give this human its own food. Why you think it's this shit called soul food? It's their food. It's only their food that they eat. It's the food that made them who they are. It's their own food. When you want to create somebody or something, you give it a diet. That diet will make, if you want your dog cooked to be a certain way, you feed it, you put certain thing in its food. What? You put certain eggs, proteins in the dog to make his fur right? You want your dog to be vicious. You put certain things in the food, right? You heard about gunpowder, blood. No, y'all, this is science. Yeah, told you. Those so-called plantations were laboratories, y'all. Those were breeding grounds. When you heard about stuff mixing and them doing, no, they were mixing, breeding. Then when we breed what we want, we want to give them its own food, its own everything, its own thought, religion, food, everything. You're going to be somebody different. That's what happened, y'all. I got to speed it up for you because I'm going to keep showing you. When I said that, they understood the art of turning humans into batteries. These companies understood that we the ones that keep them popping. You don't got to do shit. Social media was started for a lot of reasons. When I told you about these analytics, this is what I was telling you. It's not just bad analytics. You got good analytics. They're able to see that, damn, everybody's posting this alcohol. Then they go check the records. Oh, the sales, the shit's selling. Oh, it's working. Analytics. Damn, what can we drop next? No, y'all, I told you. The internet was for studies. Guess who did all the free shit? See, the trick is you're going to cover these products for your little chump change. You guys are going to try to be little stars, get your little money. But, see, you're going to make us rich. And don't forget, you're not the real face of the brand, which means we don't got to pay you shit. Huh? You're giving us free promotion. And then make it so bad, right? The more y'all do it, the more sales we get. And that's what been happening on everything. So, shocking truth about Beyonce's celebrity whiskey. See what it's called? Celebrity whiskey. Meaning it's not a real whiskey. It's celebrity whiskey. It's some stuff for them. No. They also know it's a fucking clone. All right. October 23, 24. The market has been flooded with what? Alcohol. Because told you that's all Negroes wanted to sell was liquor. Ain't nothing wrong with no wine. Ain't nothing wrong with no liquor. But you got to be a fool to buy cheap-ass liquor from a Negro. You gotta be a fool to do that. Hey, I said a lot of y'all are fools for drinking new liquor anyway. Why the fuck would I drink that when I could drink some real whiskey? I drink some doers and shit, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Jack Daniels. When I drink alcohol, I like brands that's over 100 years old. That's me. All right? That's me. Because when I drink, I like to feel like I'm drinking, and I like stuff that don't give hangovers. I don't like cheap liquor. Nope. And I definitely do not chase liquor with cheap-ass drinks. All right? So, let's speed it up, y'all. I just had to show you this boring-ass shit because we're going to get into the truth. The truth is what? I already told you already, y'all. They stole all her shit. They fucking thieves, y'all. Stole the whole shit from K.MICHELLE. What did K.MICHELLE do first, y'all? Country music. And when she did it, was it a gimmick? Maybe it was, but she did it for real when she was singing, and she did it to get away from the other game. K.MICHELLE knew in the rap game, R&B, she was not going to get nowhere because of Beyonce and everybody else. She understood it was all politics, strategic, and she understood that New York was all together, and she was never going to make it anyway. It all goes back to when she fell out with Angela Lee. It was a lot of shit. They were working against K.MICHELLE, y'all. That's what all that was. You're going to see they was all against her. You also will see K.MICHELLE was never accepted amongst the family. Get it? Told you that's how it works. You're going to fade off. Even though y'all all know at one point, K.MICHELLE was bigger than all of them. Mary, all of them. When I say bigger, I mean the favorite. That's what people got to understand. You got big, you got the richest, you got the most influential, you got famous. So I had to show y'all people get a lot of shit mixed up. See, Beyonce is the biggest, but she's not the most influential no more. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They whole shit is based on influence. Jay-Z's still a big rapper, but he's not the most influential no more. And that world means he's really a nobody. Meaning somebody that walk past him be like, what's up, Jay? But this the real shit, what I told you. Jay-Z knows this, y'all. He knows since his name is with Diddy, he's not going to get no more free money, handouts, no more partnership, business deals. Nobody going to want nothing to do with him no more, y'all. Only money he's going to get is Live Nation. That's the last he's going to get. The tour money. But no, y'all, he's dirt. He's dirt. And Pharrell got to listen because they control Pharrell, y'all. That's my whole point. They control Pharrell from day one. Day one. This also is me showing you how they all monopolize and keep each other going. Y'all don't get how this shit worked. When Pharrell was winning, I'm happy. They won. They was winning. When one win, they all win. And that's how they, Nori and Drake Tab winning, we all win. And that's how they kept each other going. But if you're not them, you still ain't them. But they're going to keep them going, not you. So when Nori said, Drink Champs is to celebrate everybody with a career 10 years plus, he really meant we don't support no new people. We don't support no young people. We only support people from our generation, mainly our era, mainly our circle. That's what Drink Champs all about as we sell you liquor. That's it. That's all it was. K.MICHELLE was first, y'all. Told you, I don't take one day for nobody. Tell you all about the ins and outs of this game. She had her own shit, y'all, with Jack Daniels. Now, what am I showing you? Family. This is the same exact thing Jay-Z did with Duce. Bacardi. Same exact shit. But once again, when Jay-Z sell you shit, it's his shit. Ha, ha, ha. He's a fucking rapper with a big name that did a deal and endorsed Bacardi. He just told him how he wanted the bottle, how he wanted to put out. And it's no coincidence Jay-Z sold you a double cross because he double crossed all you Negroes and didn't hide it. I told you Jay-Z proved on so many levels he don't like y'all. All right? So look, Jack Daniels is country cocktails. When she came out with country music, the brand went with it because they love her. All right? The country people, they like her. Southern Peach, bottle signing, doing a bottle signing, y'all. Huh? You see where they get it from? That's where it come from, y'all. They stole the whole shit from K.MICHELLE. Then make sure she don't sing no more. Because you got to remember, the way they going to rag and drag you, they going to make you where you don't want to sing no more. Bro, they going to make you where you don't want to rap. They're going to try to make it where you lose your natural talent. That's how it go. They also know K.MICHELLE is through Who Family, y'all. Come on, holler me in the chat, y'all. Try to make this shit fun. Who Family is K.MICHELLE. through. Where's her beginnings? And you see why she had to go too. Everything that man had his fingerprints on, they had a hit on that shit. Oh, I see. I don't know. There you go. There you go, Melanese. She from that R. Kelly tree. That's right. That's right. It's the reason why K.MICHELLE had to get blackballed, y'all. Told you, man, we get to see everything, man. Live documentaries, the end of an era, man. I'm going to give y'all the clarity on this shit. All this stuff I've been knowing, but just never could talk about it. It wasn't the season to talk about it. Couldn't talk about it to nobody. And I just had to watch all this shit play out for 20 years, y'all. Really longer than that. This shit go back to a teenager, man. So when I tell you, you can see it now. K.MICHELLE didn't know she was never going to make it anyway. They just used her for that viewership on Love and Hip Hop. But you're going to see, when she tried to be successful after Love and Hip Hop, somehow it just couldn't happen. Even though we had proof she was favored. Also, when she fucked herself up was getting that surgery, but they also might have made her get that surgery. All right? So, they stole the whole shit from K.MICHELLE. I can prove to you everything they do, they steal. Look at Pharrell stealing Future whole image. If I was Future, I steal his that. I sue him for identity theft. That's identity theft, y'all. The nigga Pharrell is walking around in Paris and other places trying to look like Future, y'all. Stole that man whole drip. This how they shape shift. When they know how to morph into other people and it makes their career go a little longer. Let me give you a little hint. They know how to what? Morph into other people and it helps their career go a little longer. They morph. Like now, you're going to see Nori trying to morph into this guy with braids. That wore braids his whole career. They try to change their identity. They try to change their top layer so you'll think there's somebody different. That's all they do, y'all. They're the same bastards. Stole K.MICHELLE whole shit. Now, let me show you Johnny Come Lately, because that's who they are, right? Let me show you how long ago K.MICHELLE did this. Huh? 2016. You even see Beyonce stole that whole fucking image, the blonde hair. Because the white man that like country music, they like the K.MICHELLE. Don't you? Use your brain. If Jack Daniels did a merger with K.MICHELLE, she had to be somebody, right? Somebody had to like her, right? For Jack Daniels to even do that shit. Jack Daniels ain't doing no shit with no janky ass person. No, they're not ruining their brand like that. No, y'all, they stole K.MICHELLE shit. Plus, I want y'all to all, it's so much in this story. This is the same thing Jay-Z did with Bacardi. But it had to be sold to you. It was his shit. Same thing he did with the Nets. So I'm going to keep showing. We have so much proof that Jay-Z's a liar. We don't know how much money he got. He's so rich. Why he sell title? Why he sell title, y'all? All right? Why they working their ass off? Why K.MICHELLE ain't around no more? No. She did this shit, y'all, 9 years ago. And I also want y'all to see how fast time flying. Told you when you fucking with them, you always gonna be late, y'all. Told you, they dark world is about nothing but darkness and lateness. Meaning, pushing shit like it's new when really shit be old and try to have people caught up in their old shit. Meanwhile, they stole it. All right? And I have never saw this, so nobody drank it, never heard about it. None of that shit. No. They just can't. It's some in them, y'all, but they don't like to see black people winning, y'all. I don't know what it is. I do not know. I don't know what type of mind-altering shit they went through, where they really might think they Caucasian in their head. I have no clue, y'all. I have never seen the shit they on. Not at all. No. They actually hate black people, y'all. I got proof. I got too much proof now. Let's deal with facts. Before the show tonight, I will be doing a Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey bottle signing. Meanwhile, what does Beyonce do? Charge fans for what? VIP $650. K.MICHELLE said, come get your free autograph, y'all. Huh? That's what they're supposed to do with fans. What's the date? July 29th, 2016. The Cowboy Carter tour closed up July 26th. 9 years after K.MICHELLE already did it. Who's late, y'all? Who the fuck is late? Who's late? Who's late? Who's late, y'all? Keep telling you, man, your life is a fucking joke. Your life is a fantasy. Your life scripted because you follow idiots and their job was to lie to you for 10 years straight, take all your fucking money, keep telling you lies, and it's all going to be played out on this right here. In real life, you wouldn't never believe this shit. But on here, one day you will believe everything. That's right. Told you I never bought this shit, y'all. Meanwhile, now you got your facts and proof. It was stolen from K.MICHELLE. All right? A real black woman. Get it? Got to use the race card, y'all. Because I want to keep showing you how they've been conspiring against black people their whole career. And we're going to get into GHOSTFACE in a minute. No, y'all, we're talking about hip-hop conspiracies. All right? What do we know now about Diddy? He was getting paid $100 million a year to move that liquor. That was his contract. He had $1 billion contract stretched out through 10 years. All of their contracts had just came up. Yeah. Flexing. See that? Diddy wasn't trying to portray the role of a gangster back then. He wasn't trying to play the role of this tough guy looking like Gucci Man. He was moving that liquor. What else? We also got clues on that liquor. A lot of his bottles were tainted, allegedly. All right? Glad I was never no Ciroc head. Don't forget, Ciroc really means cirrhosis. Cirrhosis of the liver. And it's going to rock your ass every time you drink it. I'm proud of myself. I never drank that shit a lot. Never. I can count on one hand how much I drank that shit. I'm proud. Now, that's something I'm proud of. Because ain't no telling what that's going to do to people's guts. All right? Now, let's get into New York hip-hop. Let's get into WU-TANG, Ghostface Killah. For those who know their real New York hip-hop history, Hot 97 came out of nowhere, y'all. But as I said earlier in this episode, I can see it clear that Hot 97 was created to destroy Kiss FM and WBLS, the real black stations, the real hip-hop stations of New York City, the real stations that carried New York sound forever since we was born, a lot of us. Because they were going to be focused on one thing and certain artists. I'm asking you again, is it a coincidence that Funk Master Flex is still on the radio? And he been on there ever since I was a teenager, y'all. He been on that shit since I was a teenager. So New York, this is what I be trying to tell y'all, man. It's not the people. When I understood the fakeness that controls the city, the politics, the connections of certain people, meaning New York is not that big, y'all. New York City is not that big at all. It's just overcrowded with a lot of people. And not all those people, it's a selected few that run and control the whole shit. And that's how it always been. So, when they kept saying about 2010 that New York coming back, and you kept seeing this campaign every year where they kept saying, every rapper that came out, we bringing New York back. We bringing New York back. I'm going to say it again. I knew back then it was never going to happen, y'all. Because I know what they had did back then. I knew they had sold New York out, crashed the game, blackballed everybody, and then went to Atlanta. I knew they was going to feed off the South, and I knew that they were into something else after that. And then I've told you, Nas gave us the clue and told us hip-hop was dead. But he was telling us the game is over, y'all. The real, true hip-hop essence is gone. These Negroes sold out, and they selling the game out. They actually ruining the game, y'all, on purpose. You're going to see they started signing every rapper and their mother with no talent on purpose. Trinidad James. Who signed Trinidad James? Def Jam. When I kept saying, y'all didn't notice that everybody else getting signed except for New York rappers getting signed for a whole decade. But Flex was behind it all because his job was not to play New York rappers. Don't play them. So you got to also remember, when every out-of-towner or everybody else got big, who helped them be big? Flex. When they came to New York, who made sure they got it all right? Then out of nowhere, what happened? Power 105 come in. Competitors to Hot 97, but the same agenda. The same agenda is to control black entertainment. Control the music. What's the control they're going to do? We're going to control rap from hip-hop. When we done, we're going to destroy both. But the first thing we're going to destroy is hip-hop. That's what they did. Remember, hip-hop wasn't the music that make you rich. It was rap music make you rich. People got it all confused. Hip-hop was never going to die, y'all. Hip-hop will never die. If you go outside and rap and beat on a car, that's hip-hop. Hip-hop never dies. If you at lunch break, if you walking down the street, listen to instrumentals rapping, that's hip-hop. Hip-hop never dies, y'all. People got hip-hop mixed up with rap music. These guys are the ones responsible for rap music. Gangster rap. Gangster rap was sanctioned. Hot 97. When you was able to hear it during the daytime. The first gangster hardcore rap that blew up on Hot 97 was Wu-Tang, y'all. Wu-Tang Clan blew up off Hot 97 because it goes together. Wu-Tang blew up because of the radio play of Hot 97, and Hot 97 got their respect and clout for playing Wu-Tang. The first artist to come out was Method Man. He had the biggest hit. That's where it all started from, y'all. Because the record station came out of nowhere. This is where him, Flex, and Angie Martinez coming at. They were the favorite and the face at that time. This is where it all come from, y'all. But I want you to see now, it was all control, y'all. And to this day, you will see none of them went against Diddy. None of them to this day. Because they all together, y'all. That's why I say it is all of them that conspired against the people, y'all. And when all of them are gone, it will be a better life. All of them being gone will represent a new day of freedom, y'all. They are the gatekeepers of this shit. Then you got to understand they got soldiers and soldiers and soldiers. So many people under them. Soldiers and fans. All right? Diddy was New York, y'all. The proof is, you got the proof. He controlled the radio. Because that radio station was built for him. I see everything clear, y'all. It's all together, y'all. You're going to have this label. We're going to have a radio station for you guys. Don't worry, guys. We got you guys. It's going to be epic. Why? We're going to have a radio station to push the rap. The rap makes the money. We're going to have the commercials, the ads, the revenue. It's all going to be ours, all together. Fuck hip-hop. That's what they were saying back then, y'all. All right? That's why I always knew, ever since then, always been listening to mixtapes. Always mixtapes, underground, always. All right, so let's go. Ghostface Killer says, Diddy is the reason Wu-Tang Clan wasn't on the radio in 1997. That was a pivotal year, y'all. These were the years where everybody was racing in 2000, y'all. When I say we missed the 2000 wave, I missed it. We missed it. I missed it. Why? I didn't know about 2000, what it meant. I didn't know what Y2K meant. Once again, they had us in what? Fear. Y2K. All right. Well, the truth has been revealed. 2025. I can tell you now that the whole purpose of Y2K was everything was going online. Y2K was the start where all corporations can make money on the internet. That's when it started. About 99. When all companies understood the technology was mastered at Silicon Valley, that you now could have merchandise shipped anywhere in the world and the people can get their merch from the house. That's why I tell people, I've been ordering shit to the crib since about 2000. Because this is when Macy's, all these companies started the online shit. But you had to have a computer. You had to have internet. You had to have money to even be able to order. And order, get it. You had to have money for all that shit. It was a luxury. It goes back to 2000, y'all. This is when it all started. This is when this thing called online investment started. This is when Netflix started. I told y'all, they wanted us all, rap and Silicon Valley go hand in hand. They wanted us all in the rap, not computers. So we was going to be the consumers. So in 2000, rap became the biggest, So did technology, the internet. It was always two sides. Y'all gonna be on the rap side, the street side, the consumership side, the spending money, buying tickets, merchandise, liquor. Y'all gonna be on that side. And the other side is going to be us making all this shit happen for y'all. We're going to be the ones behind the videos. We're going to be the ones behind MTV. We're going to be the ones behind everything you love and purchase. And that's how they got rich. So when I tell you, Jeff Bezos and them, Mark, all of them got rich off rap music because they are the founders. They are the ones that were in Silicon Valley. Jeff Bezos was in Silicon Valley since the 90s, y'all. He first came out with Amazon books. They are billionaires and trillionaires off of this music, y'all. It is y'all life that creates traffic. Whether on TV, online, radio, it doesn't matter. You guys. But when I tell you, your time is up because everybody got rich. It's no need for y'all no more. You don't spend the same money no more. You're not the same people. So I had to give a solid background on where this is going at because 97 is right when Biggie died. When I was telling you, we went into it already. This when Diddy first became a superstar rapper. No Way Out. Featuring. This is where we get into Jadakiss, The Locks, Mace. Meaning y'all guys are now the favorite of the new generation. What did Lance Un say in an interview or out of dialogue? Diddy wouldn't let Biggie do a lot of stuff. Wouldn't let him be in his own Junior Mafia videos. Told you, man, Biggie told too much shit. He should have never told him about the restaurant he wanted. He should have never told him about the clothes. Everything he said, Diddy stole all that shit from him. Yep. All right. 97, y'all. The biggest song was Every Step I Take with Faith Evans. Remember I told you Faith Evans' biggest song was with Diddy, 97, after Biggie died, 97. So now I can prove to y'all. Now we got to go back to Wu-Tang. Their biggest album was about to drop called what? Triumph. No. Wu-Tang Forever, the double CD. Y'all know back then Wu-Tang was what? Global. When I say now to be a big rapper, you got to be what? Global. Wu-Tang was one of the first to be global. Their brand was global. So you got to look at it like this. After Biggie died, we can look at the facts now. Wu-Tang was supposed to take over. They was. Guess what happened? They got stopped. And then this guy named Jay-Z came about. Now, if I didn't do my homework, I would not be able to put it together. It's all together, y'all, because they stuck around, y'all. I'm loving this. This is shit I love right here. So check it out. 97, y'all. Diddy told me in an interview, 97 is the year he put Jay-Z under the wing. But also, I know my hip-hop history. That album Diddy made, Jay-Z helped him with that album, and who else? Sauce Money. Helped him with that whole 97 album, which means Jay-Z, Sauce Money, all of them, Jadakiss, they all know. Jadakiss helped them write it. The truth is they were all with the conspiracy of getting rid of Wu-Tang. Because if Wu-Tang would have went the way they were supposed to go, that album would have never did what it did, but that's not it. The Jiggy era of Puff Daddy and the Family would have never happened if they didn't stop the rough, rugged, gangster hip-hop soundtrack of Wu-Tang. Reason why I say gangster, the streets. The streets would have took the game back. Also know 97, 98, they brought out DMX. But you got the proof today. This whole bad boy shit might have been dead after Biggie if he didn't pay for the radio to shut down Wu-Tang. And that's just one radio station we know about. All right? No, because if now you can see it was a plan, y'all. Rap had to be orchestrated and dealt with a certain way. They controlled it from the beginning. When I kept telling you, they controlled this shit. They busted. Because 97, that's when Jay-Z was in pocket. Then you're going to see. They had him featuring with Foxy Brown, DMX. But he had already helped him do this album. So Diddy's biggest album, No Way Out. God damn it, Jay-Z is on that. He responsible for writing on that shit, which means their legacy is tied in forever. When they try to lie, they not getting away. 97. What else? Already proved it already. He had Jay-Z under the wing before he was with Beyonce. He already knew 10 and the rest of them. Get it? So if he didn't pay or try to stop, you know he got Wendy Williams off the radio, right? We talking about around the same time. If he never got rid of Wu-Tang, he might not even be here today. That simple, y'all. Thank you very much. Damn, I can't. Thank you very much for the donation. For some reason, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing it on the other computer. Thanks, Black. Appreciate everything, bro. All right, so you got the facts now, y'all. When I tell you the only thing that's fussed that pissed me off, y'all, we got robbed. We got robbed of everything we love, y'all. I'm telling you, it's like, yo, man, that's what pissed me off. Because they took everything from us and left us with nothing. But they stupid ass. That's why I told you. That's why I want to see. That's why I want to see him. I ain't got nothing against Beyonce, but him, I know what he did. When I say that shit, they plotted to get where the fuck they at from 97. Don't forget they was all in on it. The whole Def Jam, Russell Simmons behind all of them. We got to stop Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was dropping that knowledge, that conscious shit. I already told you they was my favorite. Because it was Biggie, Nas, Wu-Tang. That shit going in and out the playlist. The CDs coming in and out back to back. Put Redman in there. Put some Mobb Deep in there. Them CDs going back to back in rotation. That's what it was. That's what it was. Never bought him, y'all. Never. I said, okay, at one point he could rap. Yeah, he could rap. Yeah, that's it. Father, influence, look up to, power. Never looked at him like that. Always knew he was under Kane. Always knew he was under Jaz-O. Now I learned he was under Diddy too, because I learned about this game. Once you a bitch in this game, all they're going to do is pass you off anyway. Huh? You have no proof Jay-Z's a self-made man. Do you have any proof? 2025, y'all. Nobody's high this morning. Do you have any proof Jay-Z is a self-made man? Is he a self-made man? Or can we tie so many different people to his career throughout the years? All right? Are y'all ready to wake up yet? No. He is a master manipulator and a damn magician. And I'm not going to take that from him. All right? That's what he is. All right? That man told you to sell water to a well. And that's what the fuck he been doing. All right? Because they blackball Wu-Tang, y'all. We got the proof. We got the proof. Why? There was a threat. Let's also look at Wu-Tang. We know Wu-Tang had many other groups, many other producers. Wu-Tang had what? Their own sound. So what else I know about from that time? From that time, early 2000s, especially when me and my people was doing music, we knew one thing. It was always about who's the next with the new sound. You see how now everybody sounded like? Back then, no. It was all about the new sound. Because if my team come out with the new sound and we make it, my sound is the new value. Once we blow up off my tracks, only I can make these sounding tracks, and everybody got to come to me now. That's what it was always about, y'all. Now you got Timbaland. You don't just got RZA doing beats. Now you got Timbaland. Now you got Pharrell. Wow, they raised Pharrell up. Pharrell, you're going to be the super producer. You're going to be our super producer. That's what they did, y'all. We got Swiss Beats with us. We got everybody. Told you, man. Because Wu-Tang was deep. So they all had to be together. But that's why I say the biggest trick was they didn't want us to know that Def Jam and Bad Boy was together the whole time. Conspiring, y'all. They didn't want us to know that shit. Meanwhile, everybody else, now look at all the underground rappers. Look at Wu-Tang. Whole bunch of rappers in the cut. Ready to come out. Producers. See that? We look at Mobb Deep. They know they got rappers in the cut. You see, all the real rappers or the rap labels, they know these are real rap labels, and they got real talent, and they got up-and-coming artists, and they really tied to the street, and they really about their life. They had to stop that shit, y'all, because they knew about New York City. The rapper that wins the crown runs the city, got the power. They knew that. And then if y'all sound wins, I'm going to say it again. That's what they knew. They knew this shit. If y'all sound wins, my sound is dead. Told you it was all about that shit back then, y'all. I know this shit, y'all. Meaning I'm part of this shit. It was always early 2000s. Just go look at that now, y'all. Early 2000s, it was all about each rapper had their own signature sound because we at the time of the producer. Your producer had this sound that only you and your people can rap to. And only y'all sound right to it. Meaning nobody couldn't just rap over WU-TANG beats and then sound the same. Get it? They had their own sound. That's what it was about. Diddy era come in. This what brought it up to now. You come with this basic shit where anybody can do it. And it just kept going and going and going until you got to what you got now. Crybaby music, mumble rap. That's from them. Because he never could rap. Don't worry if I write rhymes. I write tracks. I also write tracks to get rappers blackballed. That's him. All right? Meaning a nigga with real lyrics was always his enemy. Told you they're busted. Now let's look at their family tree. He's not a real rapper. Who else ain't a real lyricist under him? Nori. Who else under him is not a real lyricist? FatJoe. Why were they all celebrities? Why did they all make it big? Bingo. Hot 97. When Fabulous and Nori went viral back then, remember it was viral on the mixtape, y'all? Fabulous and Nori famous freestyle rap with DJ Clue. Come on, New York. That was a Hot 97 rap. It was already plugged in. The old rap formula was bring you up to the station, gonna let you spit. After that, your album drop, you good. Procedure, y'all. You was never gonna make it, y'all. They only, back then, y'all, I've been did my homework. They started bringing in only rappers they control from 90s. Nori is one of them. Nori is one of them, y'all. They control Nori. Nori was also a fucking spy. He was spying on Queensbridge back then. Spying on Mobb Deep, spying on all their ass. Yep. Let's go. You got the proof now, y'all. Funkmaster Flex doesn't think Cassie is a victim. Said that in July. See that? Riding with Diddy. Didn't Funkmaster Flex get accused of beating on a woman? No, y'all. I told you they're all flaming punks. That's what they are. That's why I kept telling people it's only about New York rappers, y'all. And when I say New York rappers, let me be crystal clear. It's only about the New York rappers that came in this era. They are the fucking baby oil nation. That's why I've been joking them. That's why the goddamn baby oil bottles ain't come off the channel yet. It's because of them. They did it, y'all. Them. When Flex is still on the goddamn radio. Why? He know what's up. They been knew it was so many foreigners coming into New York and migrants. Flex don't give a fuck. When I been to New York was playing every other music back then. When they started coming with reggaeton back then, they been getting away from rap music. What did he say, y'all? Right here in your face. He said this. Flex said this last month. Funkmaster Flex doesn't think Cassie is a victim. All right? But you see what happened to him. Funk Flex, he got slammed for attacking Cassie. Because they all stupid. They're exposed. They don't know. Their word don't mean shit. Your word only means something in New York, Flex. That's the whole key they don't get. Never been shit out of New York City. Never. Told you New York got brainwashed because of them, y'all. New York was put in a fake-ass world. They were winning all these years, but they wasn't. That's why they come on here and set a different tone, y'all. You didn't know when you was repping New York, you was repping these niggas. Yeah, that's why I say the real New York, the old New York, that ain't them. They the ones brought you everything you see now. They the ones who's behind regentrification, all that shit. That's them. Because one thing they know about regentrification, what Flex always knew, it doesn't matter what happens in New York. I'm still going to be on this radio. So I don't give a goddamn who coming in out the state. I'm always going to be right here. Family, you name me a job where you're going to be there over 30 years. That's him. He might be about 32 years in his job now. 32 years, y'all. 32. No. The biggest joke ever played on New York City, man. When I tell you, it's a reason why shit got like this. Because punks was in power, y'all. Shaking my head. Funkmaster Flex just used Diddy to go savage on Nicki Minaj. How to piss off the Bobs. What's the proof you got on Funk Flex and Charlemagne? They only go hard on women. Flex is a cocksucker, y'all. That's what he is. Sorry to tell you that. All right, Ghostface knows it. Let's go. Ghostface Killer recalls Diddy stopping Wu-Tang from getting radio play. What album was he scared of? This right here. And all my people that know hip-hop know, Certified Classic. Double CD. Come on, family. Diddy was not trying to hear that shit. He said he paid for no radio play. You know what that shit mean, y'all? Let me break this shit down. He knew this shit was a double CD. I'm pretty sure he heard it. But Diddy knew one thing. Double CD mean a lot of hits, which mean a lot of radio spins. What else we know? People forget. Back then, a hit album mean that shit gonna get radio play for a whole year straight. They forgot that. Damn, people forgot about life. One hit song might go on for goddamn 4 to 6 months. Then another one gonna drop. That's gonna go some more months. Then another one gonna drop. By the time it's over with, the album done drop 4 videos, 5 videos, and that shit lasted a year and a half for that one album. Bingo. That's how it was. Because they were real masterpiece albums. Wasn't just no trash. Diddy knew that. If they blow up off this shit, man, they got so many hits on that shit. They gonna run this shit and they're gonna take over. The Wu-Tang sound gonna take over. That's what it was about. The Wu-Tang sound would have took over, which means the streets would have won, hip-hop would have won, lyricists would have won. You get it? And that's what would have happened. But no, it was a plot and a plan by maybe the Gov. That's not gonna happen. This shit going into the Jiggy era. This shit going into the drug dealer era. It's going into the Rico era, the drill rap era. It's going into the Laffy Taffy era. That's where this shit gonna go. And you're gonna see. That's where it all started at. When I'm showing you, y'all, life just passing us by. I don't feel like it was a long time ago. I don't feel old. I do feel like life been passing me by. That's what been happening. And I'm also able to see now the Negroes that been manipulating life itself. This is what I tell you what people don't get. Motherfuckers will alter your reality, y'all. You doing shit going this way, somebody do one thing, pop, throw your whole course of life off. You don't look at it like that. I'm going to show you some examples today. Yeah, we're going to look at somebody that was in Hollywood, but now today they digging out of trash cans. Yup, because all it takes is one thing in this game to pivot your whole life to destruction, y'all. That's how it works. See that? So Ghostface say he just found the shit out. He's saying RZA just told him last year, which me and RZA already knew. No, RZA, did you take a payout, RZA? Because you got a song on Biggie album too. No, RZA, you also robbed Wu-Tang, bro. So maybe you was in on it too, RZA. Maybe Diddy also paid you, RZA, to take it down. He probably paid you to not push the album that hard. We don't know that. All right? Because if Ghostface telling me that he's saying that Diddy admitted to RZA years later. Yeah, man, I had to shut y'all down, man. I had to do it, man. Also, I looked at it like Diddy was told to do that shit. Let's go. He said we left the tour on a Hot 97 tour, and it was messed up because we had to make a decision. Ghostface explains, like, come back to your people over here or stay over here and get big with these guys. Really saying we had to make a choice. We're going to keep it real for the streets or we're going to sell out with this pop stuff. That's what he's saying. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's up this morning, everybody that's motivated. Afterwards, Hot 97 blacklisted the group, blackballed. Naturally, the Wu didn't go down without swinging. Ghostface started a F Hot 97 chant at Summer Jam that year. This timeline aligns with Diddy really coming into his own after Biggie passed away. The bad boy shiny suit era directly blocked Ghostface Killer and the group. Told you we got the proof. So when I tell people on this channel, I speak in advance. Then when I get the proof, I got to update it. That's what it is, y'all, because I already been talking about all this. But thank you, Ghostface, for the alley-oop. He just signed the deal. Told you, man. Family, you had a fucking proof. Bad boy would have died if he didn't do this to Wu-Tang. We also know Mace left his ass. But the proof in secret is, y'all, Jay-Z and his team, Jadakiss, They are the ones that had to write the fucking album for Diddy. So you see all the shit Diddy had to do. He had to pay motherfuckers to write his raps. He had to go to the radio station, pay them not to play no rappers. Can you see where Jay-Z get it from? Can you see how when you hear this shit about things had to happen to Aaliyah for Beyonce to be where she at? Can you finally get all the rumors catching up to them because they're fucking old? Family, if you was 57 years old, you was in the street, you fucked people up, you robbed people, broke your homes, stole, lied, cheated. You in the same neighborhood you did all that dirt at. Do you think the people in the neighborhood don't know who the fuck you are? Do you think the people in the neighborhood didn't peep your shit out? Well, that's them, y'all. That is them clear as day. That's why I say these comments like, oh, when you old, you start forgetting shit. When you old, you go into your own world even more. You start thinking it's all about you. Especially if you think you old and wise, you think everybody's a fool. Especially if you think you old and wise, you think everybody is a fool. Say it 2 times for you. All right? When you old and you think you're wise, you think everybody else is a fool. But I'm going to keep showing you they are still exposed right now, y'all. They are actually looking at the man in the mirror. Yes. So, money was back behind shutting down WU-TANG. Now, see, I can take it personal. This is one of my favorite groups at the time. At that time. Because I also was mad at Biggie. He sold out. But now I know why he sold out. When Puffy made Biggie dress up with Versace shit, Biggie lost a lot of his street cred, y'all. That's also what happened why I know the truth, y'all. A lot of people swung in Pac direction because Pac was still the streets. I know what's up. Also told you, in this rap game, I never had favorites. I was a Pac and Biggie fan when the whole shit was going down. I was both. Because I actually was listening to Tupac before Biggie. It's the truth. Get Around. That was before Biggie, y'all. Before that, the album Tupac had Strictly for My... That was one of the albums I was banging before Biggie came out. So the truth is, and what my homies called, the truth is I was listening to Pop before Biggie because Biggie wasn't out. It's the truth. So that's what I am. I've always been a hip-hop connoisseur, meaning never had favorites. If I respected your music, I respected you as a rapper. If I liked you as a rapper, I liked you as a rapper, meaning I liked your music, I tolerated it. Meaning if I liked your music, I bought it. That was it. But with Biggie and Pop, I never had favorites. Because like I said, we knew better back then. We knew if hip-hop was our culture, I can like whatever I want to like. I'm going to like all this shit because it's all mine. It's unlimited to what I can like. I got music coming. We looking for music every day to like. Hip-hop junkies for real. Your era, your shit was control who you going to like. Told you that. Come from this punk-ass era that they started who you going to like. So what they did, they started controlling your ears. They were controlling your soul. Why? We're going to control what your ears even listen to or like. We're going to control. You might see somebody and like them. We're going to control. You don't like them. You like her. That's what they did, y'all. That's why music is fucked up to this day. Fans didn't even remember. They don't even know what real shit is. No, y'all, they destroyed music, y'all. They destroyed music even for fans. Don't forget, Glorilla is down with Roc Nation, which means they've been signing out. They've been signing no talent artists for the money. That's called selling out. They've been so rap out. Jay-Z said, motherfucker, if I got ether and y'all don't like my raps no more, then you ain't gonna like nobody raps from New York no more. Fuck it. That's what he did, y'all. Simple. So, let's speed it up. Funkmaster Flex is in on it. Guess what? He's still one of the last bastards left. Even though I've been stopped listening to Hot 97, that shit is a joke. A fucking joke. I told you New York been corny. Funkmaster Flex is the Yankees of radio. He's fucking corporate. He's the Yankees, y'all. Told you they all are fucking Yankees. Yeah, I wear Yankee hats, but that's for the New York City. That's for the New York people. All right? Sit. Now let's look. Let's look. Because don't forget, let me throw a sidebar. RZA did a beat on this album. Also, Biggie was throwing shots at Wu-Tang on this album too. So we also going to get into the beef between Wu-Tang and Bad Boy as well. Because it was a low-key beef. Yes. But you're going to see right here. The timeline aligns with Diddy really coming into his own after Biggie passed away. The Bad Boy Shiny Suit era directly blocked Ghostface Killah and the group. Ghostface spoke on Bootleg Cat podcast in promotion of his upcoming Supreme Clientele 2 album. Ghostface got a new album coming out, y'all. Some rap, some hip hop. All right, so Rage Against the Machine in 97. The year Wu-Tang Forever came out, then he recalls the optics leading to the nominee between them and Hot 97. So it's two things. They had Diddy hating on them low key, and they got set up because they didn't know they were set up. Know why they got set up? Because they didn't know that Diddy was put money up against them. So what happened was they was beefing with Hot 97 for not playing their shit. They were bringing the smoke to Hot 97. Anybody know Wu-Tang? Another reason why they got blackballed, they were known to fuck people up. They were also known to get executives beat up. They started that. They're the ones that started that. You talk about Wu-Tang disrespect. If you a rapper, if you a news reporter, they're going to fuck you up when they see you. They started that. They're going to come to your record label and fuck you up. They started that. It's a lot of reasons why Wu-Tang had to go, y'all. It's a lot of reasons. Plus, Wu-Tang was a pipeline for the streets. If you a hot rapper from the streets, Wu-Tang will snatch you up. So it's a lot of things, y'all. It was also about what back then, which I don't get. I get clear. Wu-Tang was promoting world supremacy. See the UN logo? It was a threat, y'all. It was a threat. They knew. Y'all can see it clear now. This was the album that was going to change the world. It was. It was going to do it sonically, musically, hip-hop wise. And they were going to be on top. Now you got to remember, all of them still dropping their albums. They had to stop that shit, y'all. This is what happened. I see it clear as day. It took for Bad Boy Records and Def Jam Records to come together to stop Wu-Tang. That's what happened, y'all. They did it strategic. How we know that? Well, we also know Flex started playing all Bad Boy artists, all Def Jam artists. Huh? See Funk Flex in the back? Throughout the years with the Ciroc Boys? What else am I showing you? You see that man next to Diddy? That's DJ Enough. That's the guy to this day responsible for icespice's career. He controls icespice. Right? I'm always show you they one big family, y'all. Always. Always. That's why icespice became big in New York City. Told you, man. They're all exposed, guys. They're all pushing 60. Funk Master Flex been on the radio, y'all. I know for a fact since I was goddamn 17. That's a fact. Told you, man. Funk Flex is also a willing participant, y'all. All of the New York celebrities are baby all participants. Where did Mr. C work at? Hot 97. Who did he work with? Funk Flex. No, Mr. C got caught. He was a scapegoat. It's all of them. Now in New York, you see why every rapper, they sold you Mano, Fabio. Every rapper they sold you has to be down with that program. You might as well say what I assume. I think New York City, the government, the state of New York, Police One Plaza, I think they the ones put the money up and own Hot 97. Because I also know Hot 97 and gangster rap music in New York was used for a goddamn prison program. You know that part for a fact too. All right. When I learned that Jimmy was really with the hip hop police. All right. Also, I think Cam, Fabulous, all of them, they didn't really get caught with guns. That shit was fake news back then. All right. Look how old Flex is, y'all. 57 years old. What year he born? 68. What year Jay-Z? 69. Didn't I tell you them niggas from a certain era? Didn't I tell you that? They're also from the freaky era. Niggas born in the 60s are freaks, and they always wanted to be like the white man. Always. But guess what? They also were the main generation control. Yep. Funk Master Flex is a flower, y'all. He always been controlled by Diddy. You want to know, you know the real flowers? They hate women, y'all. See, the real punks hate women. See, G-A-Y men don't hate women. Punks hate women. That's Flex. What Flex say? Did he beef with Nicki Minaj? Funkmaster Flex just used Diddy to go savage on Nicki. Why? They team. Nicki not team, go against her. Young Money. Simple. I broke all that down to y'all already. What Flex say last month? Funkmaster Flex doesn't think Cassie is a victim. See that? Ask that nigga what he said about the baby on Astro Glide, 1,000 bottles and 700 dildos, rope, handcuffs. Ask Flex what he said about that. Huh? Ask him about that, y'all. All right? No, I told you, y'all. Please forgive me, y'all. You gotta forgive me. These bastards trigger me, man. They do. They fucking do. Because I know what they did, y'all. They ruined so many lives. They ruined lives, y'all. Spirits. I know what people put into this rap game, man. People lost families over this shit. Gotta keep it real. People lost cars and shit, cribs, chasing this rap shit, not knowing they ain't never gonna get on. Never. I know dudes took their tax money, them and their girl. Their girl believe in them, paying for them to go to top-notch studios, giving them money so they can buy beat machines. Thousands. I'm telling you, man. I had family. I'm talking about the way we was. Like 3 of us in my hood had equipment. Studio shit, the crib. I got my own shit. We all got our own shit. Guess what we used to do? Share that shit. Learn on each other's shit. You want to hold it? You can hold it for a week. Let you hold the drum machine. No, we was like that. Little did we know, y'all. Little did we know. But like 2005 and all that, I was done with the shit. I peeped it back then. I was done with that rap shit. I say like 2006. But anyway, you see now, right? Who was the punk on the radio, right? To this day, right? No, y'all. It is people like Flex made New York a joke. New York radio made New York a joke. That's what did it. Because New York radio became the sound of New York for the past 15 years. Nobody from New York said nothing. Nothing. So that became a standard. Now they number old heads. They're a joke. And they're nothing. But you also see it was on purpose. Don't bring out no talent and nobody that can replace us. So even though in 30 years he been on his radio, how many DJs came out since? Come on, y'all. Mad DJs popping, right? Somehow, y'all never got, the new generations never got new DJs. Oh, fucking man. All of these men were favored by people from the village, and they gave them jobs. What also was Flex part of? The tunnel movement. But they still didn't tell you to this day, the tunnel was a rainbow club. The tunnel was a GAY club, period. What you think tunnel mean? Huh? You got everybody that's a human got a tunnel. That's right. The tunnel was a GAY club. Why Choke don't tell you that? Hip-hop was rented out through rainbow clubs. That was the secret joke and the trick. Every hip-hop party you went to in New York was at a rainbow club. It was the reason why the tunnel was used for those bathrooms with anybody going there. The tunnel also had cross-dressers in it. These are facts. Secrets of hip-hop we didn't know, but they knew it. I'm the one that gave the rainbow their credit. They didn't. They are rainbow. Right? They are. They the founders of this shit in rap. Straight up. No, this ain't no disrespect. So they use their power. So now that you get it to this day, this is a secret that came out already, y'all. They were the GAY mafia of hip hop. It was them the whole time. All right. So when I talk about Nori, Cameron, FatJoe, they are members of the mafia. Jay-Z, Pharrell, Fabulous. They kicked Chris Brown out. See that? No, they are the GAY mafia of this shit. That's who they are, y'all. Cause I'm happy. He been came out, y'all. He been told you what it was. That's why I told Cameron and everybody else, all these rappers now, they should have been came out. He been there. And you're going to see, ever since Pharrell made that song, he has not been hiding what he's into. And yet he don't hide it. He know it's fair. Because I told you, they know their fan base. They know if I don't rock with them, they know woman, if you don't rock with them, they know it's one fan base that will always stick with them, right? It's the men that like them. And that's what it's always going to be, y'all. Period. So she stole it from K.MICHELLE. And now you got the proof. Diddy stole the radio from Wu-Tang. Huh? Then now this the more proof we got. This how they really exposing themselves, y'all. Now you see how we can put it together 30 years later. They're the only ones left. Now look at everybody that's gone. After you know how they get down with their dirty tactics. Now let's look at everybody that came out of New York City and everywhere else that's gone. That's why I be pissed. Because everybody we like is gone. And they sorry ass still left. That's why I be tight. Because I know what they did. All right? If Aaliyah was around, you think she would be this corny and boring still? What about DMX? Don't forget, after Wu-Tang dies out, who's the next rap problem? DMX. Who's Jay-Z scared after that? DMX. All right, then. Nope. This how I get to prove. This how I'm going to show you the things I say. When I say your whole reality is controlled. If this Negro did not play games with Hot 97, the reality could have been different because it could have been Wu-Tang at the top. Meaning, Bad Boy would have died in 97. That would have been a reality for us, which means hip-hop would have went another direction. We don't know, but I'm just showing you. These Negroes manipulated every fucking thing. No, you gonna like Bad Boy. Y'all gonna fuck with this Bad Boy shit. I don't care what I gotta do. I told you we won't stop. Care what we gonna do. Got the proof. Craig Mack out of here. Whole label out of here. No, y'all. No. That's why I say shit like they shouldn't be showing their face no more at all. People should have been canceled their ass, bro. And as long every time I see their face, that shit is torture to me. They just like the uncle you see that touched on your ass and he just won't leave. That's them. You've been told the family what he did to you. You've been told them, but they don't listen. They just keep bringing them back to the party, the house. That's them, y'all. That's how I look at them. Why? I was a teenager. They perverted me with all these lies. I'm grown. I don't want to see their face no more. That's my whole point. There ain't no hate. We dropped Triumph. No radio play with that shit. So it came out that he told the truth. Like, yo, I had to do it. Ghostface Killer recalls he had the power. I don't know what he paid him, but he had the power. Listen, we was a threat. Bingo. Ghost told you the truth, man. Told y'all, man. Who the money go? Who we talking about? Flex and everybody else. Angie Martinez. See that? No radio play. And meanwhile, Wu-Tang was the biggest. After this, then Jay-Z became the man, like I said. Mind you, he was on Def Jam with Method Man. And you're going to see Method Man lights got put out. Yup. Method Man didn't hit the same. Because they knew back then you needed promotion, y'all. If they play with your promotion money, they didn't put them flyers out, them billboards, and play your music. They knew. Back then, it was so much shit out, you would get lost. So, tell you right here, we left that tour and it was messed up because we had to make a decision. Either we're going to be down with the book, the fake shit, or we're going to keep it real. They chose to keep it real and they paid the price. Blackball. And don't forget, RZA and Puffy was in competition because they had what? Labels. It was always competition. So, Ghostface told y'all straight up. All right? Hot 97 blacklisted the group. Naturally, the Wu-Tang didn't go down without swinging. Ghostface started a F Hot 97 campaign. So, that's why I say they didn't know at that time Diddy had paid them off. So, they went against Hot 97 to help blackball themselves. You get it? So, that's really what happened. So, it was a setup. They going to Hot 97 beefing with them. Why you ain't playing our music? Why the fuck we ain't playing our music? But flexing them ain't saying shit. Then fuck your Hot 9. So they wound up banging on Hot 97, disrespecting them. That gave them the excuse. Now Hot 97 got the front and the reason. See, now we don't got to play y'all. See, y'all going hard, cursing us out, saying fuck us. But now we ain't going to play y'all then. We ain't going to play y'all. Even though they were paid off not to pay them the whole time, y'all. Man, oh man, oh man. The shit they was doing. And this Negro's still on the radio. Who cares? I don't even care. That's my point. I don't care about the people. I don't care about no damn city or no state. I don't care about no borough. I don't care about none of that shit. All right? Let's go. All right, so Wu-Tang still made it, but y'all see how it ended. But y'all not getting, this led to the Wu-Tang breaking up. Why? Money situations, y'all. That really mean that broke them up. Why they couldn't eat like that. The money got funny. So that's why it's a tangled web. RZA did pocket a lot of the money, but they didn't make a lot of money, so he probably knew, but yo, we gonna go broke if I gotta pay them all this money. Plus, a lot of them didn't. RZA had to publish and all that shit. But it's a lot of. That's why I say it's a lot of reasons why they stopped Wu-Tang, man. Diddy did a lot of shit. I know why he did that shit, y'all. Cause remember, man, RZA was doing the goddamn beats. He was rapping and he was getting all the publishing, y'all. That's why RZA straight to this day. He was getting it all. They said, nah, that shit gonna stop with this album right here. And on top of that, it was a double CD. They said, hell no. No. That No Way Out album, it wouldn't have did it, y'all. They knew it. So now you got it, y'all. Your whole life is fake. It been controlled since 97. All right? But it's something else Ghostface forgot. And we're gonna get into it. I ain't forget. So check it out. Check this part out. This is very important. They stopped him from getting real spins. However, this is the important part right here. It's only recently that he learned, Ghostface learned, that Diddy had a direct hand in blocking him. Ghostface said, RZA told me this like maybe a year ago and said like, yo, Puff admitted to saying that he stopped our records up there at Hot 97. So it was all Bad Boy. We dropped Triumph, no radio play with that shit. So Diddy told RZA to his face years later, yeah, man, I had to stop y'all shit. And guess what? The truth is, somebody could have told Diddy to do it, man. Told you, man, the truth about Diddy is he was the head Uncle Tom of the game. And that was his job. If Uncle Tom said stop Wu-Tang, that's what was going to happen. Or, nah, y'all. I know this. I see for what it is. I see that shit is bigger than music. I see this shit as agenda, as history. And don't forget, my smart people, it's a lot of shit tied in this, my people that know they rap history. Don't forget, before this happened, Old Dirty went on that stage at the what? Grammys. Wu-Tang is forever. Wu-Tang got something to say. He did it. That's what Kanye West got it from. But Old Dirty had no clue. When he disrespected those Grammys, that was it for them, y'all. They was never the same after that. They got blackballed right after that. What else they don't tell you? Wu-Tang was part of the muscle in the East Coast, West Coast beef. Wu-Tang was one of the people that can go anywhere because they were global. Tell you, it's a lot of reasons why they had to be stopped at that time. At that time, they had all the power, all the influence, all the talent, all the same resources as everybody else. They were a threat, y'all. And they were organic. They were a threat. Wu-Tang was actually a natural hip-hop street group that went pop by being successful through organic hip-hop music. They actually did it. They actually blew up off hip-hop music as big as a pop star. So they were really, that's why Wu-Tang was always also permitted as a rock group. That's what they really was. So remember, they had all fans, black, white, Asian, Spanish, all fans. So I'm telling you, Wu-Tang was a threat for a lot of reasons. And Diddy knew that shit, y'all. There would never have been no motherfucking Mace, fucking Cameron, none of that shit. You gonna see it went to pop rap. And it went to rappers that rap like this in other voices. See? It's a reason for that, y'all. They didn't want no more of that other rap. See that? They ain't want none of that other shit. Not the rap come from the stomach. They wanted that rap that come from the throat. All right? It's a difference. And there was the radio. He was the DJ gonna play all the pop shit. He was the DJ gonna play all the knockoff artists that they say to play. Get it? Flex, you gonna play all the popcorn shit. All our artists, nigga, you gonna play Usher. All our artists you gonna play. We gonna make Usher bigger than every R&B artist. You gonna play Usher. See that? That's all it was. That's all it was. You gonna play Chris Brown. Chris Brown get in trouble, don't play him no more. All right? That's why I told you why they were mad at Drake. When Drake first bust those raps on that sidekick, he was on Funk Flex show. They thought Drake was going to be down with them, and they was going to ride him their whole career. That's what they thought. So I kept telling you the beef go back way back then. Then it goes back with Cash Money way back then. Told you what it was about, them punks. All right? But this was Ghostface and them forgot. Diddy didn't forget this shit. Hip-hop fans, do you remember when Raekwon and Ghostface was joking on Biggie album cover? On the Cuban Link tape? The purple tape? All right. You remember, they was joking on, they was dissing Biggie when Biggie was in his prime. When they said, yo, he bit off a Nas album. Yo, man, all I'm saying is, man, I don't want niggas sounding like us. Y'all remember that? All right. He was talking about the baby on the cover because Nas did the cover with his baby picture. And then this how Bad Boy came out with the baby on the cover. But Puff, the one behind it, that was Puff's son. That's Justin right there. You're looking at, y'all. Wu-Tang might have forgot, but Puffy didn't forget what they said. They already tried this shit right here. And they were already throwing jabs at Bad Boy. He did, how I say it, Diddy knew if they got on top, it was over for him. He knew that shit, y'all. It's all in our face now, y'all. Look at Flex to this day, y'all, throwing whack-ass events. You got to be a lame to go to Funk Flex shit. Still throwing events. Funk Flex, Saturday, August 16th, Coney Island Amphitheater. This the trick. They know New York has 8 million people. So they always knew, manipulate the radio, we always going to get 1 million sales in New York regardless. Manipulate the radio. The Hot 97 going to get 1 million listeners each week anyway. Because the city would turn on their radio, millions of listeners at one day, at one time. Easy. They knew that. They knew that. Flex is a fucking gatekeeper. Why you think he disrespected Pac? Why you think he disrespected Nicki? He only disrespect one. When you ever seen these punks go at somebody big with a name? They ain't gonna do that. They like pink dildos, y'all. That's who they are. All right, now let's keep it pushing. Now let me show you what happens to your ass when Hollywood done with you. Now, the other day I said this. I said, family, our generation, our era, we're going to see all these celebrities go through this shit. What I mean is the ones that's not established, the ones that's not super rich, the ones that don't own their music, their movies, that don't got all their rights, the ones that get it. When I joke the other day, I said, soon, y'all, you're going to start seeing celebrities homeless in fast food spots. I told you how it's going to be. Because I know this shit, y'all. I saw it happen to the best of them. Now, I want y'all to see this shit, man. This woman was a Hollywood celebrity. She was also a sex symbol. She was with Pamela Anderson and them. She was on Baywatch. Her ass now is fucked up. I want y'all to just see this is what Hollywood do to your ass when they done with you. All right? That's how she used to look. Because back then, they slutted out all the blondes. When I tell you the blacks became the freaks, that's what happened. It used to be the blondes, but then they gave that game to y'all. That's why y'all wear the blonde hair now. Y'all are now the Marilyn Monroes and all that shit. That's what it's all about. All right? This how she look now. This life after Hollywood, y'all. Her name Laurie. All right? Homeless. Still walking around the streets of California, Skid Row, all that. That's what they'll tell you about Skid Row. Family. Most people that be on Skid Row, they started out in Hollywood. A lot of them started out somebody, but they fell off. Now they on Skid Row. California has a powerful mind control on people, y'all. California is so powerful. People will become homeless and still will not leave that shit. Even though California, LA, Los Angeles is a place where if you go homeless, you will never get back on your feet. So that's the place of that shit, y'all, where they will be fucked up and still have a dream they're going to still make it, or somebody going to help them. No, y'all, this is life after Hollywood. But what I'm telling you is, you look at her, this going to be a lot of people. It's people you ain't see already. You ain't been seeing them. No, y'all, when you used to just getting checks and they stop, you think all the video vixens. First, you think all the people with a name that don't got no real talent. Then think of the people with a name that don't really own shit. Then think of the people with a name that never produced no platinum hits, no blockbuster movies. They the main ones going to be broke first. That's how it goes, y'all. They're all going to be homeless, fucked up. If it happened to her, what else you think going to happen? Huh? You don't think it'll happen to nobody else? Family, they going through this shit right now we speak. That's why I said, if they didn't start them YouTube channels, that's how they going to end up. If fatjoe and Jadakiss had to split that money, that's how they going to end up. That's why I say before they end up like that, they going to do whatever, y'all. They had to start podcasts. That's right. They had to start something. Life after Hollywood done with you. It's really called life after no more checks. See how Hollywood do you? You're going to be worse than when you came in. You're going to come in one way, but you're going to leave out somebody else. That's what people know about that game. Hey, you come in, you might already be with the rainbow community. You come in there, when they done with you, you're going to be straight. Yup. You come in straight, you're going to leave crooked. Your family had money. You was already rich when you came in the game, but when you leave, you're going to be super broke. That's how that game works, y'all. It's just what it is. They get everything up front, and then in the end, they will pay the piper. It's always going to end bad, y'all. That's how it works. All right? Now let me show you how they still pranking fans to this day. Now, everybody on this channel, I gave y'all the clue last year when I've been telling y'all about this new world when I said, we're going to be in a time now where you're not going to know what you're looking at. We're in a world of deception, trickery, falsehood. When I tell you it's not just human beings perpetrating fraud. Half the people you see, look at, know they're not who you think they are. That's one thing, but it's also people playing roles. And you also got clones, lookalikes. It is so much shit when I tell you it is so important to have your own identity, your own everything, because we in a world of clones. A fake Justin Bieber performed in Vegas, y'all. But the catch to the whole shit is the fans didn't even know. Now, you've been hearing about this for a minute. And these are some of the things I've been talking to y'all about. When I kept telling you they've been doing studies on humans to see how dumb they are, this is one of them. Now I'm going to show you business. If we can pull this shit off, do you know how much money we can make off Justin performing and he's not even performing, even though it said they've been doing shit like this? Let me also show you why they know Americans are dumb and can be tricked. Like I said, they know all your stupid ass going to do is pull out your phone. So I think they got smart. Since all they do is pull out their phone, they don't pay attention anyway. So we can put anybody on the stage. It's going to work. Bingo. And they said this man ran up a $10,000 debt at the bar. And he was a fake Justin. And the thing is, the people didn't even know. See the phones? Y'all are idiots. They know this now. All they going to do is film us and put on their timeline for clout. Fuck it. We can have a fake Justin get the money like this. Then have a real Justin get money somewhere else. And we can double dip in the bag every night. No, this is to prove how dumb humans are, y'all. Y'all are fucking stupid. You go to the show to watch the show, not film the show, ass. You go to show You go to the show to enjoy the experience and indulge in a moment. You go to film as that's why they know y'all are stupid. We can get free money off them. It's very simple. They filmed the whole show, didn't even know it was not even Justin, y'all. They got pranked. Told you, man. But everybody been getting pranked, tricked, and duped. Guess who been getting pranked their whole life? Hey, they got caught with a fake Justin. Guess how many fake Justins you got caught with? Huh? No, y'all. I told you they do experiments on humans, y'all. This how they humans always got to be tested for their IQ. If we could pull this one off, we could pull something else off. Also, guess what, y'all? This week is the 20-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. 20th anniversary. Show you how fast time been flying. Now let's get into this. Then I'll tell you all these people gonna have is what? Bad news. Tamar Braxton is another one. Whenever you see Tamar Braxton, it's gonna be bad news. That is her role. Her role is to always be in some drama, messy, bad. Now, we gotta talk about this. Tamar Braxton claims she woke up, messed up, in a pool of blood, face broke, missing teeth, and she don't know what happened. Is what she pushing, y'all. The question is, do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that? Did she just get her face done and making up shit? Or Tamar sounding to me like you might have been on drugs. People pass out on drugs all the time, Tamar. Did you pass out on drugs and you fell on your fucking face? Did somebody have some baby all around somewhere? Because she telling us that she woke up in a pool of blood, broke her face, teeth, and she don't know what happened, y'all. Or is she just making shit up? Because we have no proof. What did she do to tell her story? She posted. Still posting fairy tales, y'all. Where the proof at? Well, according to her, it's her story. She's sticking to it. She says she had the answer. She did this post because she tired of people calling her and all this shit, so she made a post. So her face broke, teeth busted out, blood. She said she damn near died, but I'm gonna let y'all know what happened. I'm gonna still give you this one last post. That's what this is about, y'all. But I just want y'all, anybody know about Tamar, y'all already know this. Whenever you see Tamar, it's gonna be bad news. Because that's her role. All right. When I tell you these people are gonna be in a black cloud to the day they die, when I tell you black entertainment is super fucking trash, everything else is freaky, demonic, boring, corny. That's them, y'all. Also what? Predictable. Also what? No fucking talent. All right here, y'all. The social media games are old and played out, y'all. This is all I want people to know. Have your fun. Keep doing what you do. But I'm just going to be the one to tell you. It's all played out and the shit is corny. Straight up. Because they're corny. Tamar is 48 years old. And what I'm trying to tell you, when I talk this age shit, as you get older, you're supposed to do different shit. You're supposed to bring new shit to the table. You're supposed to perfect and upgrade your craft. And every time as you get older, that's how it's supposed to happen in this game. All right, now let's go to the real world to show you everything I've been talking about. It will be updated. When I tell you we're in a new world of weirdos, y'all, here's the proof. When I want people to understand that you don't know nobody. You don't know nobody. You don't know nobody till you know them. People think they meet somebody and know them. People think because you meet somebody and y'all chill a couple of times, you know them like that. That's the world we've been in, y'all. You know that, right? People actually think they know people like that. But once again, that's why people are stupid. First thing first, let me tell you about him. He broke in a woman's home. What you think he tried to do? What I've been showing y'all all these weeks. I just did the video on Sunday when I told you Freak Nation is for real. And I said what? They all online. Weirdos. Disguised as fake criminal thugs. Weirdos. If they ain't on sex registry, they ducking the shit. It's two things going on. They got to break your homes because they broke, but they're also perverts. I know what's happening. When I showed y'all the new firearms they made, somebody been telling me soon it's going to be an epidemic of people trying to break in your house. But then again, I saw that shit on TV already. I saw that shit on the news last week. A black woman caught a man on camera. It was a white man, kept trying to go to her door while she was asleep, caught his ass on camera fucking with her door. Then that same man went to her next door neighbor house and they caught his ass on camera. They told the police they were dragging their feet, but they caught his ass a week later. I think this the new shit coming, y'all. Mother trying to come in your home, trying to get you. No, y'all better, I'm telling you, woman, you better start paying attention. Some of y'all got schedules. Some of y'all got patterns. Some of y'all live alone. Y'all don't even know some of y'all being watched. Because when that man went to that woman home, like, yo, out of a whole complex, why he goes to that one woman house? Because they be watching, y'all. The new shit is breaking in your fucking house while you home. Meaning, they preying on the weak, seniors, women. Now, the good part of this story I get to tell you is the woman blew his brains out. He got his head blown off. She was ready and she was strapped and she wasn't playing with him. Blew his head off the map. Yup. Why? Because he was a broke, you know what? Not too long, got out of jail, but he also was a punk. Told you. They all punks. That's why back in the day, the white man made up the slogan. Bad little white boys, they called them punks. Come here, punk. Get out of here, punk. Little punks. Smack you up real quick. Get out of here, little punks. Meaning fake tough guys. That's what the word punk means. Fake tough guys. Do petty shit. That's what they call punks. A motherfucker that'll steal your wallet. Meaning he won't rob a bank, he'll steal your wallet. That's why they call punks, y'all. That's why they always go to crime. They always go to jail for petty shit. They call punks. They go to jail for petty shit. They get beat up by real criminals. Then they go to PC, protective custody. That's why they're called punks. That's why PC called Punk City. Because it's always a group of men that do crime, but they do punk crimes. What's that? Rob a corner store, put a gun in a woman's face. Punk. Steal your car. Punk. Break in your house. Punk. That's what I was trying to tell you. Y'all got the world twisted with gangster, criminal, thug. No, a thug is a punk. Right? That's why they would take their clothes off. Get it? They do petty crimes, y'all. And they'll do it to anybody. That's why they're punk. He'll rob an old man, no matter. Meaning they love crimes without a real fight or a real repercussion. Yes, they prey on the weak when they do crime. So just know, this Negro got his brain fried. Why am I showing you that? Didn't I tell you these niggas live online? Didn't I tell you that's their whole life? Didn't I tell you all of them gonna die? All right then. Why? They want to keep it real with the streets. So you love the streets, you're gonna die in the streets. Live by the gun, die by the gun. That's right. You love the life, right? Well, then it's gonna happen to you. Let's go. What do he say? I sacrificed my peace and sleep. I did some bullshit you couldn't imagine. What's this about? It was said that after he got out of jail, he was breaking in homes. And it said that this post was basically him telling on himself after he broke in somebody's house. Yup. Didn't I tell these punks online? Didn't I tell you these punks gonna post all day? Didn't I tell you they the only punks doing this shit? Told you, man. Y'all life is online, but y'all punks now. So, salute to the woman that blew his head off. Salute to her. That's a real hero. All right? So, on this channel, I've been telling y'all what it is. See, I don't brag about the streets, y'all. But when I was in the street, straight gangster. Meaning, respect for all. Respect for all. But if you come one that smoke, you're going to get what you're looking for. If you get in my way, you're going to get what you're looking for. If you threaten my life, you're going to get what you're looking for. You mess with my people and my family, you're going to get what you asked for. That was my whole shit. That was my whole shit. So I know punks when I see punks. And another thing about me, when I left the streets alone, it was by choice. Not by force, by choice, called reality. When I say If I keep dealing with this street shit, one day I will be a fucking clown and a disgrace. Here's the proof. All right? So, yeah, he got his head blowed off, y'all. Fake ass gangster. Who else got their head blowed off? A social media influencer. This woman, alleged woman, was found in a car in New York slumped. Just so happened she's affiliated with Tekashi 6ix9ine. She was found with the back of her head blowed out in a car sitting. So ain't no telling what that's about. But what's one thing you did see? You did see a trend of a lot of big influencers. Because remember, it's a difference between a content creator and a social media influencer. That's another thing y'all don't get. Two different things. I do content, but I'm not an influencer. So I tell y'all, I'm gonna tell you again, don't be here, don't crown me in his nothing. Don't be here saying preach. And if you say some shit like I'm a prophet, I will block your ass. Know why? That's you bringing your religious beliefs over here. That's you bringing your influence shit over here. I don't influence. I entertain, clown jokes, say a lot of stupid shit. I also specialize at making people mad. Why? Everywhere you go, they lie to you, right? So you became a clown. So around here, I ain't gonna make you a clown. I'm gonna dish your ass. I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna make it where my whole point is to make it where you never want to even come back to this channel. That's my whole purpose. Yeah, I want you to go back to be the clown you are. That's why I am the way I am. I'm saying that for clarity, y'all. When I be snapping all this shit, it's for a reason that people don't get. I'm gonna keep showing you this failure though. This shit is mind-blowing. Waco mom said she'd rather go to jail or die than care for her son. Look at the face. All right? I told you this the modern day agenda, y'all. Told you. But guess what? I ain't gonna knock her. I'm real enough to acknowledge the truth. As far as I know, a lot of our parents felt the same way. They just ain't say that shit. All right? Maybe some of our parents felt the same fucking way. They just didn't say it. Because I got the proof of my end. Huh? Waco mom said she'd rather go to jail or die than care for her son. How many can relate with that shit? Huh? As the son. Get it? Though the truth is, a lot of mothers feel just like her. So, how you know that? Well, why you think so many men been dying and so many men messed up to this day? No, the men of today are who they were raised to be. So, man, let's go. Mother found with decomposing 10-month-old in empty apartment gives unsettling explanation. How could you explain that, y'all? Found with a decomposing baby at the crib. In the crib, just chilling. So when I said Freak Nation, Weirdo Nation, do y'all see it clear now what I've been telling y'all? Can you now see it? When I've been saying, how the fuck do these people look like before slavery? We are quarter into this new world. We are 25 years into this goddamn new millennium. How did people go back into before? Y'all don't get it, right? Still don't get it? What I told you, I've never saw shit like this in a crackhead era. Never. I knew people, they would goddamn sell a baby before they do some shit like that. They just rather see their baby. If they knew they was a crackhead, they at least know I'd rather see my baby in a better home because I'm fucked up right now. That's where we come from. What is this? Everybody and their mother started having kids, y'all. Everybody ain't no mother, no father. How many articles do we look at of parents taking their kids out? All right, then. Let's go. Now I'm going to show you the worst case of failure. This shit was hilarious, but it's fucked up. It ain't fucked up. It's a story within the story. This lady got fired, y'all. She got fired from DMV, y'all. Guess what she was doing? Guess what she accused of doing? Well, she got in trouble because the DMV she worked at was giving licenses and IDs to migrants that were illegals. They were charging them $200 ID. So when I be telling y'all, it is people in this that was here getting away with everything, doing whatever they want. They were living better than all of us. Some of y'all don't got a license to this day. They were going there, y'all, and they were getting licenses. But guess what happened to her, y'all? This is the thing on the whole shit. She got fired. Guess why she got fired? She got fired because she allegedly told on the people that was doing it at her job. But this the kicker. At DMV, y'all know they use more than one computer. So she said it was during the time when she was training, they was using her computer to do the shit too. So she told on them because they understood it was about to go down. They went and checked the records of the computer. They were using her shit too. Yep. So in reality, it looked like you was with it. Because if you can't prove it, you was with the shit too. They would charge them, and she said some of them was passing out 5 IDs a day, which means they're making $1,000 a day, y'all. $1,000 a day at DMV chilling. But I tell you, man, a lot of people was in on this shit. Guess who's the fall guy? Guess who? I said, yo, man, that whole shit could have been a setup. She don't know. When she was training for supervisor, she don't even know she was being set up right then. This is what I told y'all before. Sometimes it's okay to stay on your level because it's this thing they do. They love to put y'all in these positions, but you don't know that shit about to crash. They love to put you in that seat, but you don't know that company in debt. You don't even know they're going bankrupt. Matter of fact, they know by 26 they're going bankrupt. So the whole 25, you going to run the ship. They do it in sports everywhere. They did it with the country. 44, you going to be president. You going to run this shit down. That's what happened. When you see them in power, some dirt going on somewhere. Something going on. Somebody about to get left hold of something. Chicago got a black mayor. What happened, y'all? Atlanta had a black mayor. What happened, y'all? Then you're going to see all this shit was going down when all these black people was in office. Huh? You're going to see it clear as day. When New York was drilling, who was in office? All right, we'll leave it alone. Just know she called herself doing the right thing, snitching, and she got fired. Then they say, oh, matter of fact, you with the shit too. Bingo. So I'm showing y'all. When you at work, y'all, sometimes it's okay to mind your fucking business. What else? You want to be friends with everybody? You let everybody use your computer? You don't know the world we in. Motherfuckers do all type of dirt. Now you fired. See that? Bingo. That quick somebody look at porn on your shits. Anything. Told you, man. Told you. She fired from DMV, y'all. And guess what? This shit is federal. Yup. They were passing out ID like free cakes. But guess what state it was? That shit was Kentucky. So remember what I told y'all on this channel? I said, yo, family, all the illegals be in them country-ass states where y'all think they don't be at. And then you start seeing what? All them country-ass states getting flooded. You start seeing all them fires. I told you that's where a lot of the illegals was at. The illegals knew to hide from us, you go to the country cities where nobody goes at. Don't go to no, it was certain ones. See, the working ones, certain ones in the city, the criminals, they were hiding out in them country states, in the woods. That's where they had their drugs, all that. That's where they was trafficking at. All of that. No license. So now we spoke about all these accidents. Why? It was a lot of illegals driving with no license, hitting your shit. Bow. That's what they was doing, y'all. So all of that shit is exposed now. Let's go. Because we about to get out of here in a minute. But before we do that, we're going to close out. All right? Beyonce gave her fans Louis Vuitton bags. She wanted us to know 29 dancers got Louis Vuitton bags equaling $100,000 allegedly. We have no proof of none of that, but we have no proof of the price, but we do have proof of where those bags came from. Them bags came from Pharrell. He's the one that sits in the chair that controls the Louis supply. And you know they always got models. They always got stuff to give away. They always got stuff for the celebrities. So if Jay-Z bought them, he got a discount. The bags was $3,500. They need to send Natasha Jordan one. That's what they need to do. So if LJ, if you don't get Louis Vuitton bag from Beyonce, I'm going to say you need to leave the Beehive because you've been putting in a lot of work. All right, you've been down with the Beehive longer than all of them and putting in the most work. So they owe you a bag too. That's real shit. All right. So her dad's got the bag, and she wanted us to know that. She also wanted us to know she got new fans. All right. Other than that, y'all, nobody believed none of that shit. And here's Pharrell still in Future image. You got the proof. This nigga trying to be Future, y'all. So, excuse this episode today, but we had to close out because it's all part of the history. The main part of the day is Beyonce stole country music from K.MICHELLE. She stole a country gimmick. Yes, she did. This goes back to 2016. Stole her whole shit. What's that? The whiskey? See the whiskey? And then stole the cowboy gimmick. K.MICHELLE did it first. She went to country music. It was branded by the whiskey. So here you have it, y'all. K.MICHELLE is also for the R. Kelly tree. That's also why she had to go. All right? Can you finally see it clear? 9 years later, now you see why you call colored people time? You always late. 9 years later, people like me and others, we've been doing that. Oh no, what else we showed today? The country music top charts. Top 40 country music. Guess who's not on the country music charts? Guess who's not on it? So, I don't believe shit they say. I don't believe nothing they do. And the truth is, I don't care. They're prisoners of fame. They're prisoners of brands. They're prisoners of social media. They're also prisoners of public opinion. So I don't care what they do, and I don't care about none of it. Hopefully they're happy. Hopefully they love their press. But the truth is, they're not winning. They're not at the top. And until the Diddy trial over with, we still don't know if Jay-Z ass going to jail next. All right? So we don't know nothing. Also, that's Tiana Taylor. See her? All right. So when I tell you, anybody gonna look good in Hollywood, y'all. Anybody, when they put that money on you, you're gonna be straight. Trust me on that. But I'm just showing you the end of it all. All right? They all for the same team, and now they all going down. Ghostface is exposing the chain of command. How they always control radio. If Diddy said don't play you, then you got to remember this process went from Diddy, he passed it to Jay-Z, he kept the shit going. Don't let nobody from New York be a star, period. Don't give a fuck who they are. If they not under us, no. Hip-hop, R&B, it don't matter. Gangster rap, whatever, no. We control this shit. You're going to be down with that Rainbow Mafia one way or another, or you ain't getting no spins. Everything is proven already, y'all. So let's close out on this. Appreciate all of y'all for tapping in every single day. Appreciate all of y'all. Like I said, it's the end of an era, right? It's going to all phase out, but it has to be played out the way it is. History would have changed, y'all. Our history got altered because we don't know what happened after Biggie died. We don't know what was going to happen if Diddy did not stop WU-TANG, because he stopped their money, y'all, which made them fall out. All strategic. If you non-deep, they do this shit. If they that deep, we got to stop their money. It's designed like that. This is how everything is set up. You stop their money, they're going to implode. Meaning they're going to go against each other. That's what you're about to watch on this internet. You're about to watch the whole black celebrity destroy each other. They're going to destroy themselves. They're going to destroy each other. And the ones with integrity are going to walk away and do other things. But most of them are going to end up just like her, homeless, a former model. Guess what else you're looking at? That's going to be every bad bitch of the industry, every video vixen of the industry, because the rappers take care of them. This is going to be every person in that game that don't got no real talent. This will be all of them within the next 5 years. Meaning the next 5 years, you're going to be seeing this shit to 2030. You mark my words. It's coming, y'all. They just hiding out now. What about her? What I said. Other people, they don't give a fuck. She walk around Hollywood just like that. She don't give a goddamn, y'all. But a lot of people we know, they gonna hide. Because remember, they told us all the money they got. That's why they gotta hide. They showed us the Ferraris and the Lambos. That's why they gotta hide. Get it? They were bragging about Muellers and all these watches. They gotta hide, y'all. They fucked up right now as we speak. You just ain't gonna see it. That's why I ask y'all, do they post like they used to? On that note, y'all, we out for real this time. All right, Flex right there in the back. DJ Enough with Diddy. He's the one that controls icespice. Period. He the one pimping icespice. When I was talking about icespice last week, we looked at her like she tired of twerking, and I said they working her ass, right? All right. He working her ass. On that note, y'all, I'm out for real. Y'all have a good day. One. Hey, yo, y'all, when I was talking about this shit, I watched some of the viewers leave out the room, too. I told you when I talked about him, get his head blown off, breaking in the house, about 20, 30 people left. Pure. That's right. Yes, right. I be talking to y'all. I told you I'm talking to y'all. Anybody that's like that, I'm talking to you. I know all y'all on this fucking internet. All right? He got his head blown off by a woman, y'all, trying to break in her house. Her career is